Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing on this late Saturday night? And thank you all for jumping in here with me. It's a late one, guys. Saturday Night Live. We're going to talk a little bit about Sebastian Rogers and the Oklahoma missing moms. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Got a little something I want to show you guys that Miss Illuminati put together. Gonna move you guys, that's for sure. So, what do you think, guys? Should we get this show on the road? Here we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Late on this Saturday night, hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys very much. Sorry it is so late, but I was hanging with my child. He's a big wrestling fan. He wanted to watch WrestleMania. He wanted me to watch it with him, so that's what we've been doing. Hope you guys are all having a good night tonight. Great night tonight, I should say. If you would, guys, please hit the like button on your way in the door. We're gonna have a little bit of talking about Sebastian here, of course, and I want to talk about those Oklahoma missing moms as well. So come on in, guys. Grab a seat, grab your pillow and blanket if it's too late for you, please, and hang out with us for a while if you don't mind. I appreciate you all very much for joining me tonight, as always. Um, let's see who we got hanging it. Who did I get up out of bed or catch before they went to bed? Looks like Becky Schreider, thank you for joining us again tonight. Truly amazing. Welcome back to you. Great to see you. Evie Marie. Hey. Lisa Vallejo, thank you for joining us tonight. Guys, share this out too if you don't mind. Good golly, Miss Molly. This is Molly's time of the day, guys. She's not a morning person, but she's up all night long. So thank you for being here, Molly. Appreciate you very much. Miss Carolyn Miller, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Tina, hey. Cluminati's in the house, guys. Welcome back, Clue. Good to see you tonight. Tech Death Hippie, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I gotta hook up with you, bro. I need some help from you for sure. SWTC, what's happening, Steve? Good to see you in Tennessee tonight. Good to have you here. Bonnie, welcome back, dear. Good to have you here. Mr. Bobby, old dude, what's going on, brother? Good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Spooky Paws, welcome back to you. Kaylee, hey. Told you I'd be back. Good to have you here. Tanya Obrov, thank you for joining us tonight. We got 45 people in here, 33 likes, guys. We can do something with that, can't we? I know it's late, but we can do it. You're younger than me, Clue. What are you talking about? I guess I did. I guess I got to be honest with you guys because I am an old man. Every time I sit on the couch to watch anything on that TV thing in there, my head drops back or forward and I'm out. Doesn't matter. If I'm sitting still too long, I'm sleeping. It's just an old guy thing. It is what it is. So I guess I got a nap in. And of course, I got my coffee. So you know how that goes. Welcome back, all you guys. I appreciate you taking time out of your night to jump in here with me. Very much. Robert Bell, good to see you, brother. Good to have you here. I don't take the comments down, Robert. They stay up. They're supposed to stay up. The comments, you mean in the chat here or the comments, the video comments after the fact? Because those stay up if that's what you're talking about. Tina, good to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you as well. Probably got all my mods are probably sleeping. I got Molly in here always. One is better than none. And Molly's great. So during the stream, I don't take those down, Robert. They should stay up. That's the thing I don't understand. I'll have to go into my settings and check that. Sometimes these things are things I miss. You know what I mean? Karma Police, welcome. Good to see you tonight. Sarah with an H, welcome back. Jilly Bean, hello. Excuse me, guys. On the screen, yeah, they should stay up. I don't understand why they would go down. Doodle's in the house. What's going on, Doodle? Good to see you tonight, dear. Pick me. What's going on? Good to have you here, Tina B. Welcome back to you. May Z, welcome. Great to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you guys so very much for taking time out of your evening to come hang out with little old me on a late Saturday night. Make sure you behave though, because we got the Karma Police in here and we don't want nobody messing with that. There's my doodle. I got both of them in here. Great to see y'all. Thank you guys for taking time to join me tonight. Wow, that's a hell of a compliment there, Tanya. The queen of true crime, huh? Zoink, Scoob. I must be the jester. We'll go with that. Tanya said, "Yeah, right, girl. I'm YouTube enemy number one." Oh, I don't think it's that bad quite yet. Clue. Sandra Dalziel. I hope I said that right. Dalziel. 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 Either way, Sandra, welcome. Great to see you there. Thank you for joining us tonight. Love seeing the new faces. We got 51 people in here tonight, you guys. That's super awesome for how late it is, and I appreciate you guys so very much. Please, if you will, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate that so very much. Excuse me. Wow, look at the love. We love you, Cluminati. Must feel special. You're awesome, according to these people. Are they talking about the same clue that I know? I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh, wow. Those Facebook groups aren't cool, though. You know that, Clue. Miss Golf Inspector, welcome back. Good to see you tonight. Great to have you here. Appreciate you dropping in, giving us some of your time. Come on in, everybody. Grab a seat, grab a chair, grab a pillow, blanket, whatever. I know it's late. I guess there were some false. Oh my gosh, false alarms with some things that were found by the river and stuff like that. So always something interesting going on. Lucy's mom, welcome back. How's Lucy tonight? Good to have you. Good to see you here. Miss Cassie, hello, hello. Slow Southern style, welcome. Good to have you back. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's not even well, it's late for me. I didn't some people are on my time still, so I didn't expect a lot of peeps, but that's good. I keep forgetting that everybody's on different times. Um that's a good point though, Bonnie. Thank you for reminding me. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful night tonight. And I appreciate you guys taking some time to jump in here. I'll have to check that, Robert, and figure out what is going on with that. Last few weeks, it's crazy. They go up and get taken. I don't understand. That's weird. Very weird. I'll have to look into that. Get Mama Bear together sometime this weekend and see if we can figure out why or what's going on. Possibly. 10:44. That's same time here. Pick me. Thank you for being here, Tracy. Again. Welcome back, Tracy. Good to see you tonight. I'm glad to have you here, Lucy's mom. Thank you for joining us. Come on in, everybody. We got 66 peeps in here, 45 likes. Please hit that like button. Just leave me just a tinge of DNA on that like button on your way in the door, if you will. It doesn't cost a cent and doesn't take but a second. Please, if you will. He already told me, Clue. He ain't gonna lie. He said it. He said it brought tears to his eyes. So, no big deal. It'll probably do the same for me because I'm an emotional little mess. You guys know that. I'm a big baby. It's all good. And again, for anybody that was in here earlier today for my other show that I had, I want to throw out another apology that I kind of snapped and threw out some bad language, but that situations like that really, really get me, guys, especially considering the issue at hand with Sebastian being missing. It really bugs me, and I get very angry about stuff like that. So once again, my apologies to you guys for my language and I guess you could say my action for freaking out like that. So again, my apologies, everyone. I'm part of the over 60s group that gets to stay up late to make up for the times our parents made us go. That's awesome, Bobby. I like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Let me see something here, guys. what are you apologizing for, Doodle? No worries. Guys, if you will, just share this out wherever you can. Find as many people as you think would want to join us tonight. Let them know. Looks like there's a lot of peeps that are live. While we're waiting on some people, guys, let's check this out. This is a great video. Miss Cluminati put this together earlier. And it's well worth taking some time to watch. And make sure you got tissues handy because it just might bring a tear to your eye. Thank you, Clue.
You're so goofy.
I can't.
Green tea. You're so goofy.
Thank you, Clue. That is beautiful. And it really, the title of it is what it is. Stop the drama. If this is about Sebastian, guys. Please remember that. Please, please remember that. Period. There's nothing else. Nothing else that's more important than that. We have to bring Sebastian home. One moment, guys. Welcome back, D. Smith. Gray Pearl, good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know it's late. I really appreciate you guys all jumping back in with me tonight. No, I'm not turning my camera on, and you know why, asshat. Trying to get me out there like that. Damn. Very, very beautiful video though, Clue, and I really appreciate you doing that. Taking the time to put that together is amazing. Great job. Welcome, Dane. Tammy Lee. Gene Anderson, welcome back.
Community is encouraged to come out and pray for the safe return of Sebastian Rogers. Monday will mark 6 weeks since he first went missing. News 2's Nikki McGee has more from the organizer of tonight's event taking place in Hendersonville.
Kinley, tonight at 6 p.m., the public is asked to come to this vigil. It'll be taking place at the Rudder Restaurant on River Road. Organizers encourage everyone to step by and grab some flyers to pass out and offer up any encouraging messages they may have around Sebastian's
Welcome back,
search.
Michelle.
Karen Strom has helped coordinate tonight's event. She says she's been working with Sebastian's biological father throughout the search. Tonight, she really wants the event to be focused on positivity around the search versus some of the divisiveness she's seen online. During the event, attendees can also write notes of support to Sebastian to read once he returns home.
So what we really hope to have come from it is more unity and less tension. I feel like tension is very high with all the different creators that are, sharing things on YouTube and TikTok. And we just really want to focus on what's important, and that is Sebastian.
Now, even if you can't attend tonight's events, organizers encourage you to pray where you are for Sebastian's safe return. Flyers will remain at the Rudder for people to come and pass out until Sebastian is returned home. And again, tonight's event takes place starting at 6 p.m. Kinley.
All right. Thank you so much, Nikki.
Welcome, everybody. Anybody that's just out there watching, thank you for joining us as well. I appreciate all of you very much. Just to give you guys a heads up. Oh, no, we did that already. Okay. At the end of the video earlier that I had, I brought up the Brothers Underwater Recovery as they're out there searching. Keep them in your thoughts as well. Say a little prayer to yourself to keep them safe while they're out searching for Sebastian. Welcome back, Paula. Great to see you tonight. Single Mom True Crime, thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing well. Fat Baby Thick Infant, thank you for joining us tonight. Michelle, all you guys, 94 peeps in here. It's wonderful. All right, guys, let me see here. As always, uno momento. Let's see. Excuse me. All right, I got a new Cassie. Please hit the like button, everybody. Thank you very much. That is a little strange, Clue. I do agree with you on that one. I was kind of shocked about that myself. We do have a new, because you guys know I love my court TV stuff. We do have a new video I want to review with you real quick with this. Miss Sherry, welcome. Good to have you here. As always, on the spot, Miss Sherry doing it. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. K-Dips, welcome back to you. Great to see you again. Tammy Lee, all you guys, thank you very much. All right, let's see what Court TV has to say about this stuff, guys. This is from 8 hours ago. And let's check it out.
And still no sign of Sebastian Rogers. The 15-year-old disappeared in the middle of the night on February 25th. His mother was the last person to see him and says that he left the house without any shoes on and just a flashlight. So where is he? Searchers continue looking for Sebastian, and this morning we have a very special guest joining us on the program, Sebastian Rogers' biological father, Seth Rogers. Seth, good morning to you, and might I just start by both saying
Welcome back,
thank you and
legendary.
just that
Good to see
my
you tonight,
heart and the
my friend.
hearts
Thank you
of
for
all
joining
of our
us.
wonderful viewers really go out to you. The agony that you're going through, I can't even imagine. I've seen you do some interviews, and I've been so amazed at how resilient you are. And you've talked about how nothing is going to make you give up hope. Tell us, please, where's that drive coming from?
My son. He's my life. He's my heart. He's not here, and I'm not complete.
Like it up,
Unless I have him. So it's the drive to be whole again.
You know, I applaud you for holding out hope, being so resilient, being positive, and who knows what can happen with this investigation. And any day could be the day Sebastian comes home.
I agree, Golf. Thank you.
From your perspective, Seth, how satisfied are you with the investigation being done by TBI?
My son's not here. They have no evidence. They haven't. Sumner County is the one that's like doing it. TBI is assisting. I've asked TBI to take it over. They haven't yet. There's just things that I don't think have been done.
What would you like to be done, Seth, that hasn't been?
I can agree with that too.
I have a list of stuff, but I don't know if they've done it or not. I mean, there's been questions that have been asked and things that have been answered.
Not yet, K-Dib.
It's really hard to have evidence if certain protocols aren't being followed. You have to start back over from day one.
You know, going back to day one, so Sebastian goes to sleep the evening of February 25th. It's on the morning of the 26th that your ex-wife finds that he's not in his bedroom. She is the only one said to be home. And Sebastian could have vanished sometime in the hours from when she last saw him go to sleep and from the time she opened the door. There's a window there overnight. Your best guess, Seth, based on how well you know your son, what do you think happened to Sebastian?
He's not the type to put on, he's not the type to leave the house without putting on socks and shoes. As for running away or leaving, he didn't take his backpack. He didn't take his switch. He didn't take his phone. I mean, just doesn't make sense. And he's not one to wander. He's never eloped before.
Are you leaning towards a potential kidnapping?
Anything is speculation at this point in time, because there is no, as they have said, evidence that leads towards foul play. But there's things that just don't add up. His mother was the last one to see him. She's responsible for this.
Welcome back, Victoria. Thank you for joining us tonight. Judith,
either through negligence at the bare minimum.
Has she been a good mother to Sebastian?
Not in my opinion. This is the third time that issue. You know, my son's come up missing now under her watch. Time before that, her and Chris let my son get molested and raped in their apartment. And the time before that, I did a well care check because she let a known sex offender who, yes, did their 9 years in prison.
Welcome back,
But-
Jalen.
She left my son around that person. You don't do that. If you're a parent, you don't do that. You're supposed to protect your kid. You don't put them in where they can get in any type of harm's way.
Seth, you said something very upsetting, very shocking, and I just want to go back just a moment. You said that your wife allowed your son, Sebastian, your ex-wife, I should say, your ex-wife allowed Sebastian to be in a situation where he was molested and raped?
In California, and Chris in her apartment, they let a child who was 5 years older than my son play with my son and didn't bother to check on him there neither. And he lost his innocence because of it.
Seth, I'm so sorry to hear this. I'm so sorry to hear this. No child should be subjected to any kind of abuse whatsoever. Sexual abuse can be especially traumatic for a young child. Is this something that Sebastian has struggled with since then?
Yeah, I finally was able to actually start getting him therapy for it last year. The fact is that they weren't doing the correct thing, clearing California. And it's just last year finally getting him help because he's a victim. And now I'm finding out not only was, he was a victim of that, he's a victim of not getting the help he needs. And, I've listened to some of their podcasts where they make fun of him, make fun of his dancing. Chris obviously has this thing about corporal discipline with him. And it's just, it's not good.
Seth, I'm so sorry.
I need to find my son.
Right.
And he's going to need extensive therapy now to put him back on the right
Guys,
track.
please hit that like button. Let's get this in the
Yes.
algorithm tonight, please.
Was Sebastian the one who told you about the sexual abuse that had happened?
His mother did, and my son did. This happened in California, so Sheriff's Department, CPS was involved. Sheriff's Department was involved there.
Exactly.
They wouldn't give me the kid's name, his last name. But at least the only thing I was able to do there was put the detective over that case in contact with the school psychologist so that at least they could protect the other children from this child.
Right. So no juvenile
California
proceedings commenced or anything like that, Seth, with this child. He wasn't brought
Not
to
in
juvenile
California.
court. Mhm.
No, in California, kids 13, they're like, he's too young to prosecute. And they wouldn't do anything about the parents either.
Seth, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My heart breaks for you for so many reasons, and this is just one more of those reasons. Tell me, please, Seth, what else do you want the public to know as people all over are hoping and praying for your son Sebastian's safe return?
That I'm just looking for him. I need people to help. I'm just one person. I can do a lot, but I can't do everything. And I have to find him.
Absolutely. You have to find him. And we will continue doing everything we can here at Court TV to help you find him, putting his picture out there, video, talking about him. And hopefully he is somewhere where he can be brought home safe to you soon. Seth Rogers, thank you so much for this talk. Thank you for sharing all of those things. I know it's not easy. Every good wish as you hopefully bring Sebastian home safe soon.
Thank you.
Where did you get that information at, Puff Muffin? Thank you for joining us, by the way. Anybody else that's jumped in? Phantom Grower, good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else that might just be out there watching, not in chat, again, thank you. I mean, is there a way for us to find that Puff Muffin as well to be able to, verify, of course? Thank you, Sherry, very much. For 2 minutes, please hit the like button, guys. Please, so we can get it in the algorithm. I appreciate you guys very much. So very much. We got 49 likes. Oh, we got 85 likes. Damn. You must be magical, Miss Sherry. We're almost there now, guys. 121 peeps in here. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Why would it be in custody documents? Yeah, but if something happened at school, that's on the school. That's not the parental. The school needs to be paying attention, and you can't watch things, 24/7. Once again, everybody, welcome, Heather. If I didn't say it, hi, good to see you tonight. And like I said, everybody, please respect each other's thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this. That's all I'm asking. So, let me get through something here. My apologies. Bear with me. I'm going to look at a couple other things here, too. Uno momento. Let me see something here. One second, everybody. Trying to get something to work for me that wasn't. Yeah, that name does seem familiar too. Michael Tinker name. I thought so, Doodle. We talked about this the other night. We were looking at those documents. He's the one that they had over for dinner, if I'm right. Am I wrong, Doodle? Let's see here. One second. There we go. That's what I thought. Thank you, Doodle. I swear. Molly put that up. Or somebody did and showed this to me the other day. One of the two of you guys did it. Or both of you. Yeah, that's it. Response to emergency ex parte motion 4. I can't see all of it. Amended by Michael Tinker. Attorney's affidavit of legal services received, affidavit of Michael Tinker, affidavit of Katie Proudfoot for a Zoom meeting. Huh. That is a fact, Miss Wisdom. The Blue Crew put it down for real. Michael Tinker was the process server. So why is this dude going? That's what I thought, Molly. I knew you had. why is he this guy having dinner with these people? This is a little weird. I'm just saying, you guys. Just saying. Let me check something here. And maybe I'm reading it wrong. I don't know. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. I think it was both of you. You guys probably worked on it together anyway. 3/5/2024, same date that Chris was to have court with Nina, Joe. What the F is that? Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting for sure, Carolyn. The RSL Michael Tinker Jr. was a 20-year-old. Different. I don't know. Heather. That's a good question. I'm curious. Vicky Harrison, welcome. Good to see you. It's okay, dear. You guys do work very well together. Like I said before, amazing team here. Let me see something here. I'm looking for some stuff to show you guys, so bear with me. I'm trying to remember where I had it at. Hang on. Give me one moment here. Good Lord, Molly, I can't find it. I got so much stuff from you. I wish I had a way to sort through this stuff and like file it in different things. Good Lord. So many things. Hold on. What I'm saying is it not odd to anyone that an investigator and a SA as a JR are around Sorry about that, guys. Welcome, Misfit. Can you restructure what you just said, Puff Muffin? I don't quite understand what you're saying there. Please, and I'm interested in what you're trying to say. All right, let me see here. Nope. Take it. Breathe, Gray. Don't be doing that. You're gonna freak me out. Stay calm, please. No, this Michael Tinker guy. There was some paperwork that we were looking at the other. Hey, Leslie, good to see you. Thank you. JR was in Crossville. Okay. I'm a little lost with this. I know. I remember reading the documentation. You understand it, Sherry? I don't quite get it. I don't know what the JR thing was. That's Walt Harris. Welcome. I don't mean to sound stupid. I'm not dumb, but I'm not quite getting it. It is not odd to anyone that an investigator and a SA, or do you mean SO, as a JR are around the same case? Junior as a junior. Okay. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. I got you now. I get it. Sorry. Yeah, I have to say that yes, that is it is odd. Wholeheartedly, that's odd. Thank you, Puff. And I'm sorry for not getting that right out the gate. Sorry. Durf. Yeah, I know, Sherry. Sorry. Long day. Welcome, LA. It's been a while. Great to see you. D. Smith is here. Dad and son, right. Yeah, that's strange. I gotta say that's strange. Definitely strange. Here. So, huh. Weird, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. 1 second. What I don't understand is what is the purpose behind it? Hold on, Gray. I know. Calm down. Don't get yourself in an uproar, please. Not tonight. After last night, you scared me last night. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining us tonight in chat, LA. CL says, "How is it odd? Is it the police officer's son from California, or just some random guy with the same last name?" That's what I'm saying. It seems to be that it's the police officer's son. That's where the junior thing came from. I don't think it was special codes, Tanya. I think it was just the way it was read. Yeah, hang on, Carolyn. I'm working on it. I'm gonna drop a link in here, and pin it. Anybody that wants to jump up here and join me tonight, please do. You're welcome to. I'm trying to find Molly. Do you still have the document you sent me, or one of you guys? Let me show it to you guys so that it's a little bit more understandable. I think Doodle sent. You did, Doodle. It's in here under here too. I think the full thing is not just a piece of it. Hold on. Hang on. Bear with me, guys, and please give me a second. This is a bigger version of this. Or is this the same document here? Hold on a minute. Let me see if this opens up. All right, thank you, Molly. I don't know why I can't find it. Gene Anderson, it means like junior. Like my son would be Joe Mayoris Jr. to this Michael Tinker gentleman. It's okay, Puff. I understand. Trying to do multiple things at one time. Sorry for causing confusion. And like I said, it's okay. Again, guys, the link is pinned in the chat. Anybody wants to join me, please feel free and we can talk. Also, and hello, thank you for joining me. How are you tonight?
I'm here.
Do you have are you able to send that email that to me, Puff, that we could so that we could review that? Because that would help in some ways too. I do have this.
They said email. Do they need your email?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Sorry.
have they already sent it? Maybe, I don't know. But they said
Okay.
exclamation point email.
All right, 1 second. I don't know what I have some of that, but I don't think it's the full thing. 1 second.
I'm right curious on this.
Mm-hmm.
What he said in that interview, right?
Which part?
Where he says 3 times. Did he not say 3 times?
Yeah.
The third time saying that he was the first. So the first time would have been when he was allowed to be around an SO. The second time was when what happened to him, and now the third time he's missing.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, who was the SO though? I think what I'm
the child in California. Oh, you're talking about who was the first? Yeah, I don't know. That one was new to me.
And then when she asked him about it, he kind of went back to the kid thing. So it's like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. That one confused me.
Unless does he think the kid is a known offender or something? Like, crap. Gene, I forget where they lived in California. It was, San
Diego. Sorry.
We're in the Navy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got emails coming through. I do have this here still, but it's not all of it, I don't think. And it's hard to read it if you don't know what you're looking at. And it doesn't really have a title to it to show and like read it, like walk us through it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay.
So this is the
motion for custody.
Yeah, this is the court documentation between him and Nina. And based on what was put out there, I think the Michael Tinker in this documentation would be related to the incidents that she was talking about in Gallatin.
Yes.
That makes sense to me why his name would be in there.
Right.
What happened in Gallatin?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me pull that up, guys. Hold on. Thank you, Molly.
Wasn't that where she said they
handed
the baby?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yep.
What are you saying?
So what he's saying is the Michael Tinkerton.
Tinker.
Yeah. Tinker. Right. No, I knew what you meant. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Michael Tinkerton.
I'm like delusional, but that would be a great last name. So I think what he's saying is that's probably a affidavit of that investigator because of the situation that went down here at the Gallatin Police Department. Remember when they were but handing off Faith to the mom?
Right.
Yeah, so that's probably an affidavit from a cop that was there.
Gotcha. Okay, so thank you, Molly, again, and Doodle, thank you too. So, good Lord, this is big. Hold on, let me blow this up a little bit more.
So, just to help, the Gallatin is also a part of Sumner County.
Right.
Oh, and when they went to court, they went and the judge was Judge Joe Thompson. JT, he's a really good judge, but he is in the courthouse in Gallatin.
Oh, okay.
So even though they are in Hendersonville, if you go to court in Sumner County, you go to Gallatin.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. So here's the
Tennessee. Sorry, y'all.
Ferdinand Gomez Proudfit versus Christopher, of course. October 4th of 17 was the filing date on this, and Deborah Ramirez was the judge. So, this shows what I don't understand is the link with this Tinkerton Tinker guy, in the junior side to this.
Yeah, so there is the cop, right? The investigator is Michael Tinker, and
Tinker.
then there's a Michael Tinker Jr. Christopher Michael Tinker Jr. who was
he was arrested in Wilson County, which is the county south of Sumner. Something related to,
SA.
Yeah. Okay, that's the part that I got. I'm trying to figure out how we can figure out the connection, if there's a connection. Welcome, Philip. Good to see you tonight, my friend. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I don't know. Because he's the Christopher, the little one, he's 20 or
right,
was 20.
The young one, right.
I don't know how you'd figure out there. I guess you'd have to look them up. You'd have to dig, is what you'd have to do.
That's what we're going to have to do. Okay. Affidavit of legal services received on behalf of and paid for by respondent, filed by M. Baker, Esquire. Affidavit of Michael Tinker. Affidavit of Katie Proud. Okay. So this must be what I would consider the older one. Am I wrong, or am I?
No, you're right.
Okay, so Heather says he was arrested for indecent exposure, and I didn't see that he had to register anywhere. That's probably a tier 1.
Well,
but I still think that, I don't know if the tiers. I have to look into that. If tier 1 has to register as well. I thought they all
we can look him up on the registered thing, right?
Yeah, actually. Did you look? Is that how you? Oh, well, Heather, I think that's what Heather did, was she looked under the registry to see if it popped up, but it must not have.
9 years. I mean, if he was 20, I wonder when he went in. Hold on, we're gonna look at the date of this article.
Yeah. So it's 24 years ago. Gotcha. The 13-year-old would be 20 now. That would make sense, right? If he was actually 13, because Katie's claiming that he wasn't 13 at that time.
Right.
So he's not on the registry, Heather said. Okay.
The guy the boy that did whatever with Sebastian was in California.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and that's Carolyn, that's true. Tier 1 would be, a very minimal charge. Tier 2, a little stronger, and tier 3 is actually, I think it can go up to tier 4. I think I've seen is the highest I've seen. But that's very bad stuff. Tier 3 and tier 4 are very bad. So
Leslie, the cops, I think it might be the cop's son. That's the one that
I don't think they're related.
Although fiance doesn't think they're related.
So you think it's just like a quinkydink with the name?
Yeah, because Christopher Michael Tinker Jr. was 20 at the time, and this post was 4 years ago, so he's 24 now.
Right.
The investigator doesn't seem to be Michael Tinker. I mean, Christopher Michael Tinker, right? I mean, I guess it could, but the junior lives in Cookville, whereas Michael Tinker does not. That doesn't mean that they're not related, but
yeah, that would be. Well, I wonder if. Let me see something here. I'm gonna pull this down. Let me try something else. I have an idea. I found things doing that before. Thank you, Molly and Doodle, for that stuff you guys sent me. I believe he's at someone else's house and staying. A lot of people are thinking that right now, Kay. That would be amazing.
CL, you're right, especially around here. Like you'll meet a lot of people that have the same last name and they're not related. Like our neighbor has the same last name as, I guess you would say, my best friend here, not related.
Yeah, right. I got you.
Even though Tinker, I mean, that's not
It
that common. You know what I mean?
it doesn't seem very common to me. That could be somebody said. Oh hell, I found one in Australia. Somebody said they could be cousins too. That's oh wait a minute, Michael Tinker, University of Science professor of logic in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Hmm.
Interesting. And then we have University of New Mexico, lives in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Wait a minute here.
If there's one in New Mexico,
That's my thought. Let me see some here.
New Mexico's not California, but
The
that's where.
Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Albuquerque
that's
specifically. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. They lived there, right?
Yep. Um, that's where Nina's from.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his Facebook. Let me see something in wait a minute. That ain't her. No, okay. I thought that said I need my glasses. Um this is the stuff that I no. No.
Maybe Fernina.
Actually, her name is Franina. Is that how you say it or spell it? I just
Fernina.
that's I was gonna say I just saw it on that damn paper. Nothing. Okay.
Dago just knows you too, ain't he?
Why do you think I'm doing what I'm doing? True
I'm just
crime.
kidding.
I know. I was gonna say you're probably worse than me, but it is what it is. That's why we do this.
Heck yeah, I am. I'm going on your friend's Facebook, your Facebook.
Yeah, Molly's doing the same thing. She says there's two in Albuquerque, and that's what I thought. Hold on a minute.
Can you go back to that sheet where it says what all has been filed, or
yeah. Hold on.
where it shows like his
Right?
paper or something?
Yes. Okay. Now this is the second one I found in New Mexico, and he definitely looks like he could definitely be 20 between 20 and 24, 25, 26, something in that realm. In my opinion, at least. So hold on a minute here.
That's not the guy that got arrested.
No.
No,
Okay.
most
Hold on.
definitely not.
Got you. See, I haven't seen him, so I don't know. But well, wait a minute though.
If you just Google his name, he pops up.
What about this guy?
No.
Nope. Okay. Just wanted to check. All right, now real quick here. Let me see something. Okay, see this one. This guy's from Albuquerque and lives in Las Cruces. So, CJ Howell, Drew Barrymore. I want to be friends with her. Wait a minute. Nope. Okay. All right. Let me pull that down. Oh, why do we care? Paula says it. I think because it has something to do with oh my god, I just lost complete thought on this. Yeah, that's true too. Secret Service would be all over that. I agree.
Well, and I really think that because if it says affidavit, it's probably from the Gallatin Police Department.
Yeah.
Because is it not listed beside of Katie's too?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. If you have the,
Is this what you're talking about here or the other one?
yeah, and scroll down because didn't somebody have it highlighted or something?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, hold on, let it catch up on the TV so I can see.
It's okay.
Too old. Yeah, so for the emergency ex parte.
That's what I thought too. Walt, thank you, friend. All right, hold on, guys. I'll be right back. My son fell asleep and he's got this TV blasting. It's so loud. 1 sec.
Amended by Michael Tinker, affidavit of Katie Proudfoot of Michael Tinker. I bet you that's that cop or investigator in Gallatin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I just can't overlook the date of 2/26 being the date of
Their divorce filing.
Seth and Katie's divorce filing.
And when he went missing.
Yeah, it's just
strange. Very strange.
Yeah, it is.
Very, very strange. And I'm not typically a numbers or a dates person, but that was just too ironic for me.
No, it's weird. For real. Like that's
what are the odds?
Yeah, like an anniversary date. Like I just it doesn't
I wonder very how old I wonder how old he was when they split.
Well, if he was 15 and his birthday's in December and he's 15 this year, so then 8 years ago he would have been 7, right?
7, yeah, which is when that stuff supposedly happened. And he did say had happened while the divorce was going on. He's married to Venus. Who? Yeah, I'm guessing that's the guy that served Nina. Right. That's where we're at with that, Paula. Ow. It's just when things match up like this, guys, and they come up and get close like that, we have to look at stuff like that because it just doesn't make nothing makes sense, but it's very strange is all I'm saying. It's like a call sign from Katie. I mean, I see what you're saying, Carolyn. Somebody else brought that up after Nina's video, just can't remember who. I think you're right, Tina. I remember seeing or hearing that somewhere too.
Well,
yeah.
Fairness, it could be a if somebody were vindictive over something that happened on a certain day.
Yeah.
The anniversary of that is the date of their vengeance.
That's some sick shit, though, ain't it?
Well, I mean,
seriously,
it's just one of those things where I can't overlook it in considering things from from both sides there, right? Like either way, it could be something, but it's probably just a really strange coincidence. But
I mean, if you're gonna hold on to some shit like that, like you need some psychological lockdown for real.
I'm just saying. All I'm gonna say is he's spitting someone's pizza 8 months later.
I know. In my opinion, it would be a call sign from Seth. CL says, "I got what you're saying." Oh man, guys, what is going on? This court. Listen, at this, I gotta say, well, we're going to single mom. Don't worry. I can promise you right now. I could bet you about $100 that Molly's digging right now before I don't even have to say anything. She's already flipped. She's probably standing on her hands right now, trying to get inside her computer to figure this out. That's what Molly does. And I didn't say a word to her. She's already doing this. I can guarantee you. What was I gonna say? Damn it. That's it right there. The problem is they're playing with a child's life. Bottom line, end of story. Amen to that one, Sherry. And that's the thing I was getting ready to say is this child's life, everything else aside at this point, this child's life has had to have been absolute misery from this, from the moment, I'm going to say from the age that he was started to stand. You know what I mean? Like, this is disgusting.
Chaos.
What's that?
Chaos, right?
Absolute chaos is the best word for it. 100%. Maybe probably not any relation. It's just a supreme coincidence, single mom. But when you see these things, though, you got to go, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my point. That's a great way to put it, too. He has been a victim his whole life, Tracy. And I think he's been failed all the way around. I'm sorry.
I wonder how, like, so I've been involved with CPS before, not because of anything I did,
No, I get
but
it.
I don't know. Let me tell you, like, when they talk about when they're involved and they tell you to get a kid in therapy, they ain't playing. Like,
Right. Right.
they will like threaten to like take your kid. So I am kind of curious on how they didn't have Sebastian in therapy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For not even for anything that may have happened to him. The problems that he has, period, are enough for therapy. Then you go ahead and add the divorce, okay? Especially a child that is dealing with a divorce that has these issues. They don't understand that. And then add the other things that happen. So 100%. The why was there no like regular there? I mean, that we don't.
Well, that's kind of the point I'm making, right? Like, so if this CPS case over what happened to him involved Katie, I don't know how, because I mean, Seth does keep saying that they weren't getting him therapy, right? And I don't know how that's even possible because CPS is not, they're not going to do that. You're going to go to therapy.
100%. Yeah. Right. Thank you, Terry. Terry says that now I have heard on other channels that the kid that did this wasn't a play date with Katie home, but was actually the babysitter. A 13-year-old kid.
Hey, I mean,
I'd like to find out where that came from, but yeah, it's interesting, Terry. Thank you. CPS only follows up. Paula says CPS only follows up for a year to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be. Yeah, that's how it is here too. Unless there's another instance or anything where they get called again, you know what I mean? They just, as long as you're doing what you're doing, they leave you alone.
yeah.
Welcome, Carito. Thank you for joining us tonight. Photo was actually at Costco's. Hey, B, good to see you.
What,
And
that one of him on the poster?
that's what I'm guessing she's talking about. Yeah.
Well, Kirkland's is in BJ's.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Costco.
Costco. Got you.
So yeah, right. Because it's on the thing behind them, you can see it.
Mm-hmm. Demon Dog, welcome. Good to see you.
And I will say it was Saturday because if you have the whole photo that's not cropped out,
Mm-hmm.
the receipt on the table, you can read the date 2/24.
Yeah. Nosy? Who's talking about who's nosy now? I'd have done the same thing.
She will look into your soul if she has.
I mean, it is what it is. Excuse me. That's why we do what we do. Clue, here my question for Clue. What should I do for my basketball? Because I am a good 3-point shooter, but some of my teammates don't like me shoot threes. So any advice? I don't. There you go, Clue. That's for you.
Shoot them anyway.
They're right. I guess I don't know. Debbie Bergman, welcome. Seth said Sebastian wasn't getting the correct kind of therapy, FOESA, and the person didn't have the credentials. But how does he know that? Like, that's my thing. Like, unless he has those credentials, how does he know what that that
he's
doctor has and that therapist. They're not going to tell you, here's my credentials,
he's
per
and
se.
it's funny because he talks about they were having him play with dolls and things like that. They
That's
did the same
normal.
thing to my kid.
That's normal because that's how some children can show.
What
I've,
happened?
yeah, I've seen that happen. That's how they do it. You take the doll and, okay, show me what happened with the doll. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that way it's a lot more innocent for that child. So that is normal. That's how they get to the root. Once they get to the root, then they go forward from there. Go ahead, Cletus.
I think, a lot of his frustrations that have probably built up over the years are coming out all at once. You know what I mean? And a lot of his feelings about things that have happened over the years are coming out all at once because a lot of people are giving him a microphone to vent to the world about it. But in terms of how much merit it has on things, I don't know, right? Because it's so hard to look at it and say, well, I mean, how much of this can truly be vetted and how much of this is just opinion based on frustration.
Right. And Bobby, that's a good point. I think even Pascal brought that up, talking about documentation of this stuff, other than that's how it looks too, without seeing documentation, which really isn't our business, and I don't really care to see it. But you know how things go around here. Without seeing anything, though, it's one parent's word against the other. So,
And I will say the part that's weird is he says that they won't give him the documentation. I will be darned. Like, that is my kid.
Why?
You will let me see that documentation.
See, listen, something's wrong with that because the only way that CPS, because I had to deal with CPS for my ex creature's brother, we had to take custody of two of his children. Okay. And the only way, from my understanding here in Ohio, that they won't give somebody documentation on a case is if they're involved in the case, like as a problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue. That's what I don't understand. I'm not saying that that's what it is. All I'm saying is that's how it works here. Parents involved in this both should get copies of shit. So that doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. If they're separated. No, you're okay, Puff. I appreciate it. I do. All right, Mary, he's the father. So he absolutely should have any documentation that was put out from a case, from a situation like this, period. But like I said, the only times I've ever seen, like with we had to take custody of I'll just give you the story real quick so it's understood. My ex-brother-in-law, we had to take custody of his daughter first because the mother was garbage. She was a Leilani Simon type person, and he's an idiot, okay? So, and he was violent. He was beating on her, the mother, not the child. And it just turned into a whole case. So we ended up with custody, and they did not give him any documentation other than a paper stating that we had full custody of that child at that moment, temporary full custody. Didn't explain anything else about anything else, just that custody paper. That was it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I have that information from here, because I dealt with something like that. But I don't know if things are still like that. How did he find out about? My understanding from what he said was that Katie told him.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right.
But when something like that happens, if there is a case that comes out of that, they will meet with parents together or separate together. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. That's why it really baffles me. Shame on Tennessee if they really did not contact him when whatever went down with Chris and the spanking and all that. If he wasn't contacted, then shame on Tennessee is all I'm gonna say, because anytime they come out, they're supposed to contact the other parent.
Exactly. 100%. Oh, and he also, he did say that Sebastian told him as well. That's a good point, Dane. And I'm sorry, Kim. What do you mean we were recent? Hold on a minute. Temporary carrier required to go back to court. Yeah, 100%. It was 3 months for us. Every 3 months until something changed. but it was listed as temporary full custody. They had no custody to him at all, none. They weren't allowed to, or to her. I'm sorry, they weren't allowed to. The visitation had to be with us there, or CPS, or somebody else. It had to be supervised visitation too.
That's a good point, CL. So is he trying to say that CPS didn't contact him in either state? Because he says Katie told him about what happened, not
Katie and
CPS.
Sebastian, right? Not. That's a good point. I'd like to know. My my old buddy called CPS had CPS called by her daughter because she wouldn't let her daughter smoke the time. CPS legit took her kids during the investigation to verify she wasn't doing drugs. It was a mess. Oh, yeah, I got you. If he's in Washington, it's a rough go with cops. California's too. Yeah, California's got some serious laws about stuff like that. Took custody of my grandson from his mother, and no one else was told anything. Okay. See? Seth knew, Demon says. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Well, he definitely knew about the SA portion because he stated that, right?
Mhm.
But I think what kills me is these responses. Like, for me, I'm observant and I like to put them, like to take something that's said and see if it aligns with something else that's said. And you said that you don't feel right or didn't feel right. You don't think it's your place to take a kid from its mama. But then on this court TV interview, all you're doing is talking about what a crappy mama the mama is. So I could understand not wanting to take a kid from a good mom. But if you think that mom is doing a crappy job, take your kid.
Good point. Good point. Molly says, I still feel, in my opinion, all this could have something to do with Chris's upcoming court date. I thought about that too, Molly. It very possibly, it's a possibility. Honestly.
I think considering, how essentially I think we can make some assumption that Nina has some relation with both sides, both households, right? And the reason I say that is because when he said that Sebastian and Faith talk on FaceTime for hours, he seemed to be very confident in that, right? Very certain of that. Like it happens at his house. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
He ain't listening.
Yes, I am. I'm looking. I'm listening.
Well, and I'm thinking as a talk too, right? But I could see how that could play a role in multiple ways in this for sure.
100%. I agree. I mean, it's pretty. I can't remember where I heard or saw it at, but it was stated that Seth very possibly got a hold of Nina.
Well, yeah, that's what was said. But I'm gonna tell you something else
Right.
that don't make sense either. So he says that Sebastian would say things like he didn't want to go back. He didn't want to go home.
Right.
And he would never tell him. Right? But
Absolutely.
then he turns around and says that Sebastian got upset because he didn't think he knew about whatever happened to him.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just like, I feel like I get whiplash, right? Like, is Sebastian someone who wants you to know everything? Because if that's the case, you think he would be like, this is why I don't want to go home. If he was confident and comfortable with you, or upset even that he thought that you didn't know about what happened to him, how could he not be forthcoming when you're asking him why he doesn't want to go home? You would think he would just want you to know why.
Yeah,
He's not listening again.
I just think it's a situation, right, where there was obviously, like, I can't help but see that this boy is 15, and there's obviously a lot of things that have happened. There's obviously some level of drama going on currently with another court case, right, with Chris and Nina, and then you've got him about to move, and it just, I mean, to me, it just has all the ingredients for him to have a motivation to leave.
Yeah, I agree. I said that. Like I said, just started saying earlier, like this kid's life has been garbage, for years. And at some point, being 15, starting to grow, like you had mentioned earlier, they were saying that he was, hormonal things or pheromone, whatever you want to call it. Okay. He's growing up. He's getting older. He may have a younger mentality, but he's still growing and maybe realizing some things and maybe seeing some things that he's not. And his brain's telling him, I don't like this stuff anymore. I don't like these feelings. I don't like it here. These are triggers. Out the door he goes, or tries to. Or he went to somebody. That's another thing too. He went to somebody and says, this is what's going on, has conversations. Maybe somebody noticed him acting a certain way and said, hey, what's going on? You okay? What's this, that, and everything else? And maybe somebody else helped to facilitate a situation. I was talking with the wife who's in ABA, and she says kids with autism don't lie. They typically no, they don't. You're right. They don't have that ability. When they're thinking about something, they say it 100%. It's just, there's no filter, none.
So when asked, why don't you want to go home? Would you say nothing, or you know what I mean?
What you just, well, again, here's the other option though. He's not lying by saying
I don't want to talk about it.
Right, because of possible fear, maybe. I might get in trouble if I say this.
Well, at a minimum, I could see the angle being, this may create drama, right? Create conflict and tension. You know what I mean? Like I could see that being the at a minimum why he wouldn't want to say something.
Right. Got you.
Tomboy, I see what you did. So when Chris said he lied, and that's why he got a whooping. Are you talking about for not having the belt on?
Oh, the other thing.
What?
Wait, are you talking about for not having the belt on, Tomboy? Or are you talking about for the whole school thing? He said that he probably lied about. Oh, she said yes to that. So, okay.
So the belt thing.
Mm-hmm. Basically just for lying.
Oh, I need to go back and listen to that because I don't remember him saying he lied. I thought he said I don't have it, which would stand true to they can't lie.
Yeah. 100%. Then Seth took him back to Katie's without talking to him. He also said he was busy with his own thing. That caught my attention today. I actually went back and replayed that for you guys on purpose to see if anybody else caught it. But yeah.
Say that again?
There was a part in that video, that interview, they were talking about all that crap.
The court TV.
And he said, no, it was the one from last night with Pascal. And he said, he was explaining everything that went on with that. And then he said, and I was dealing with my own things on my side of things. And I stopped and went,
what?
What do you mean your side of things? Like, what's more important than your child? Fuck your life. Excuse my language, guys. Sorry.
I think he was referring to the fact that he was living in his car, right, at that time.
Okay.
That's what he was referring to.
Yeah.
All he said was I was dealing with my side of things and so on and so forth. But still, I don't care if you're living in a garbage can. My child, I'm going to be there.
No, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying.
I know. I know you're.
That's what he was referring to. But yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
like he knows he doesn't have I mean, he knows he ain't got no good place for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem I have with that is how do you get? I don't know. It would. At the end of the day, none of it really matters, right? But since it's been brought up out in the public, it is something that I would be curious to know, like the timeline of things there. Like, okay, so y'all filed for divorce, or the divorce was filed 2/26 of 16, if I'm not mistaken. When exactly were you living in a car, and when did you get a place? Because I would be curious as to when the divorce was finalized, because they gave them 50/50, custody, or however he explained that. And I think that they would be hard pressed to do that in a situation where somebody doesn't have a residence, but maybe not.
Right. Yeah, he was great. It was in the actually divorce documents that we went through that he was
Well,
definitely a stay-at-home dad. So
he got 50/50 in California.
yeah,
I think he was living in his car here, maybe.
No, it was in California because he
it was
said
in California.
Oh yeah, because they got it because she filed for the DV and he got thrown out. And
Right, right.
Car.
Right.
Yep.
Now, that's a great point. And how do you get custody like that if you're?
You don't. You don't. They're not going to give you that. I went through custody battles with my creature, and I got full custody. They don't, and they even asked her, "Do you have stable housing? Do you have employment? How you have this, and that?" She had everything. Mine was a little bit better, obviously. And I ended up with full custody. It was based on her actions. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird, actually. Unless they do stuff, they do things different in California.
Well, what I'm ultimately
Cali is strange.
CL said, didn't he say he lived in his car for 2 months? And I mean, if it was 2 months, then that that makes sense to me, right? If that's what he said, then that's yeah, I could see that.
He didn't have any friends that he could stay with.
Well, I'm just more referring to the custody situation and when, so if he filed in February, sometime I would imagine shortly thereafter is when he got thrown out.
Right.
So
hey, Norma.
The divorce probably took at least 6 months, I would think.
Yeah, he would have been
good in a home by then. Yeah.
I agree. Seth was at work, and what was checked if he was?
And that was checked.
And that was checked if he was. Gotcha, Mama Bear. Yeah, so this is the Christopher Michael Tinker. Yeah, Tinkerton. You got me saying it now. Christopher Michael Tinker Jr., Cooksville, Tennessee, booked into the Wilson County, Tennessee jail Friday, charged with SI exposure. This is from August 17th of 2019. This guy looks scary.
He does, doesn't he?
He looks like a damn panda bear or something. I don't. Creepy.
If he's 20 and got charged with that, I wonder what day of the week it was that he was arrested. What? Friday. Well, there's a college. If he's from Cookville, there's a college there. There's a college in Lebanon. If it's a Friday night and he gets booked for indecent exposure, he could have been taking a leak. I mean, I'm just saying, right? There's a lot of things.
That's happened before. You're not wrong, bro. Telling you.
That's true. He could have been streaking anything.
Right. I mean, it could have absolutely nothing really
to do with
anything, that would implicate him here.
Right. Has anyone ever asked Seth what he did on lunch break? Surely he'd have to have an hour on a 12. That's a good point too, Heather.
That's a damn good point, Heather. And we already know, like it's weird to me, right? Because I don't know, in one household it seems like he does need to be watched or whatever. But then in the other household, like he leaves them at home at night while he's working. Mm-hmm. I would never do that with my child. But
no, not overnight. I agree. We're just trying to figure things out, Mama Bear. Some of it does have some bearing on what could have happened to Sebastian. That's why we look at stuff like this. Literally. because we don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think this does though. So,
And that is true. A lot of times they can't leave, but I don't.
yeah, in certain aspects, you're not allowed to leave the building just in case they have an emergency or a lockdown or something that they need you there for that specific job. So,
Walt, I think he was on Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I'm assuming he's talking about the guy that was
in the picture,
because he does look like
he does look like that. I agree. I do agree for sure. In regards to the kids, Bobby says,
Gray Pearl
left alone in the household was what? Wait, that allowed him to game online. Bingo. That's what I'm saying. And again, I said before, it's so easy for these kids to do these things and figure out how to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
I think he did, CL. I think he said he works 12-hour shifts. He got off at 7:00 that morning.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. In regards to kids, autistic or not, we need to consider their fear of being punished. Agreed. For saying the truth or what they are told to say. 100%, Bobby. I mean, he's right. Whether they are autistic or not autistic, punishment is a real fear in every child's eyes when they're younger. So very, 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 very true. Take care, Mama Bear. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. I would imagine that he started the 7 p.m. the night before, CL.
That's what I think. I mean,
if he got off 7 a.m., that's a 12 hours. So
yeah.
Hold on a minute. I got so bad earlier. Now all the other panels are wanting to talk about Sebastian being no. Yeah, see, I'm not doing that. Not doing it. There's no point in it. No point in it at all. It has nothing to do with this. It should have never been brought up. Damn it.
Golf inspector said where Seth works, there are cameras everywhere, and maybe she knows. Is that not the same building that they got the last camera footage of Riley Strain? Because I'm thinking that's the same. I think that's the same complex where he works.
Davidson County Sheriff's Department. Isn't that where that was?
Well, the jail.
Jail.
The jail is what I mean. Yeah, because you brought that up as a possibility of people being released from the jail. Remember that?
Oh, well, I will say this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some chicken in it because if I'm not mistaken, during that Riley Strain video, did we not see correctional officers walking around outside that building?
Yes,
it was 2 of them.
Yes, we did. Watch the video.
And he's a smoker, so he got to leave that building sometime. I'm just saying.
I'm sure they're allowed to leave to go get food and come back. They're probably not allowed to stay gone for the whole hour, but they're probably allowed to leave the bill, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's something we should look into the policies. I don't know. Hey, Draw, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you're having a great night so far. You're always welcome to jump up here if you want to. There's a link pinned in there if you want to have anything to say. Sherry says, I also heard Seth say that he did not work the weekends. He had Sebastian.
Well, that's what I thought too. I thought he said that's how his schedule was. But then somebody somewhere said that he was home alone overnight. And I'm like, has that even been proven?
Yeah, that I remember hearing it. And again, there's no way to prove that without asking Sebastian or anybody else that may have seen anything.
Or unless he said it in some interview, right? And I just don't remember what channel, what day, what bat time.
There's been so many of them, right? I agree.
Here's another thought that I don't know if we've talked about before, but there's a lot of attention on the Hendersonville, the Sumner County area looking for him. But Seth has said multiple times something that I've gotten to thinking about, and I think he said it maybe last night. He said, or maybe it was on the court. I don't know. He said something about, I have a hard time believing he ran away because he's not at my doorstep. But in thinking about that, and I know it's been talked about before, could he have ran out and headed toward Clarksville? And Seth says, he hadn't been seen on any cameras and he's driven all over all the roads that would have been there or gotten him there.
Right.
But what homes has anybody gone door to door on those areas, because driving up and down the roads is one thing, but going from door to door along the possible routes would be something that I would wonder if anybody's done.
Right. And I just thought of something. Sherry, you're right. Wisdom, I'm sorry. I remember hearing him say that he would get Sebastian every other weekend, and it was the opposite of the weekends that he worked.
Yeah.
I remember that clearly. Thank you, Sherry. And Timothy 124, by the way.
But he also got him on breaks too.
Yes,
right?
he did, for like holiday break, spring break and Christmas break and stuff like that. Yes, he said that too. And so who knows if it was like an overlying thing sometimes that he had to do. So I agree. And every summer. Thank you, Norma.
Which I mean, if, 15, like I'm not comfortable doing that. I wouldn't be, my kid don't stay alone now.
Not overnight, a couple hours here. But here's the thing, guys. This is just me, though. Caden, never, ever, until he got to the age of like 16, would I leave him alone for any amount of time. One, he don't like it. He's scared to death of being alone. Even to this day, if we leave him go, he calls me every 10 minutes. Like, when you guys coming home? What's going on? Blah, 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 so on and so forth. Okay. Two, I wouldn't trust decision making from a child that is like this. Okay. You never know what could happen. The curiosity, okay, things can happen. So no, I would never allow nor trust that. There would have to be somebody there with this child watching him. So that's me, though. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying. Doodle says it's 30 minutes where I worked, which she was law enforcement too. So we had to take their place if we were at the station. Right. I got you. Makes sense. Cover each other. Not leaving my child alone if I was working in Nashville. I agree with that one, Crick Cat. Really, I do.
Yeah, that's a far drive. Like, if something happens.
Well, and I know the godparents live up in Clarksville too.
True.
So I mean, maybe they live nearby, and
how far is Clarksville from
the jail? It's 47 miles from his house to the jail. I Googled it.
So what is that, 40-minute drive?
Depending on the time of day, it's 45 minutes to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hell no. See, that's too far away. No way in hell I'd be comfortable with that.
But Dago, that's not a joke either. It's Nashville. So like we're like 30 minutes. I would start work at 7:00. I'd have to leave the house at 4:30 to be there by 7.
Listen, you ain't got to tell me. When we would go to Alabama, we would go around Nashville to get to where we were going instead of through. I wasn't paying attention one time and missed you had to veer off on the freeway and go around it instead of going. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Somebody was talking to me, and guess what I did? I drove straight into downtown Nashville. Nope. No. And it was 5, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Oh yeah.
Hell no, guys. It was like crazy. You couldn't, I mean, I would sit at a stoplight for 15, 20 minutes. It's crazy. So, nope, no way in hell. So I get it. I do. I absolutely get it. So just to get through Nashville itself is a drive in itself, guys. So I get that too. If Seth works 12-hour shifts, who would have been there to suit? No idea. Maybe the godparents.
That's what we were saying, right? Like, if
idea.
You get them during the summer, right?
Yeah,
like,
especially,
he ain't taking off work the whole summer.
There's no school to have him in during the day, and then at night, So I don't know if Seth had a girlfriend but I doubt it because it was never talked about. I needed Victoria. I need to tell my nephew to grab his kids and get out of Tennessee. I mean, honest to God, Tennessee is a beautiful place. But it's everywhere, Victoria. You know that. We got crazy shit happens here in Ohio. You know how many kids have gone missing here? Idaho, Washington, California, Texas. I mean, it's everywhere. So I see what you're saying, though.
Well, I mean, that one little girl just went missing. Like, her dad, he had custody, and I guess she had taken him, and he came from California, oddly enough, to find her. And I mean, they found her. So
Right, right, absolutely. Tina, Warrior, Alabama. It's about 45 minutes east of Birmingham. Hayden, Warrior, and Gardendale, and there's two Dales, something Dales. That it's in between those two Dales, Gardendale and another Dale. I can't think of the other one right now.
CL just said in the interview he would leave him at home by himself at
I
night.
thought I heard that too. I couldn't remember which interview. 100%. Let's see. Bobby just said, I live in Texas, was born and raised in Alabama, small town east of Auburn. Awesome, Bobby. Alabama's a beautiful state. It even smells good. Just saying.
Which again, if he really said, what did he just
He
say?
said it even smells good.
It does. I ain't lying, guys. I'm telling
Does
you.
Ohio not smell good?
No, Ohio stinks. I'm telling you. Because here's why. And this is dumb. Every time I'm on my way home from Alabama, I hate it because we can tell when we hit the state. Usually it's either raining and gloomy out because we don't ever get no sun. And you get so used to Alabama smelling like
Air.
no, it's if there's a certain plant that's everywhere, flowers, the specific flower that's everywhere, and the whole state smells like it. Honeysuckle, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so on your way back up north, it's like, we're almost home. It smells like fog and gas and shit, and it's nasty. So that's what I'm saying. Alabama is a beautiful state, and it really does. It has a good smell to it. The air does. I love it. Especially in the mornings when you first wake up and go outside. I would love. We'd stay with my wife's aunt because she's got a huge place and she's by herself, so we'd stay there. In Hayden, which is on top of a mountain, we'd get up, get our coffee, and go out and sit on the porch. And 8 o'clock in the morning, when it's still, you can still breathe outside because it's hotter than hell's half acre down there.
So that's true that he stayed overnight alone at Seth's and
Yeah.
was able to get off the bus and go in to Chris and Katie's house and stay alone until she got off work. Then I am definitely of the mindset that he could have walked away because, I mean, like somebody pointed out, right? A home alone where there's online games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and somebody I've seen posting chats, it may have been in here too, that, and I don't remember hearing this, but maybe somebody else does, that Seth had said he loves night fishing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you think about that, right? If he's got access somewhere, anywhere to the internet, and was talking to somebody and coordinated a secret meetup to night fish. I mean, there's several ponds in the area.
Right.
I don't say that that's where he's at, but that could have been why he snuck out and how he's not able to be found.
What I want to know, I think that they need to be looking into anybody that could have been getting or had gotten close to Sebastian, whether it be somebody his own age or around his age or another adult. Okay. Like I said, something that stuck with me, it's actually something the first time I broke down over this case was when the Proudfoot said that when they asked him what he wanted for Christmas, he said he wanted friends. Okay, so that tells me, and I know what that's like because of Caden being the same way. That tells me that anybody that befriends this child is nice to him in that way, he's going to be receptive of. Okay, unfortunately. So it could be anyone at all. And we know that he's into magic and all these other things that Seth has explained. So somebody could just say one thing to him and he, boom, and he's lonely. Good point, Carolyn. So they get lonely, guys. Caden has been very lonely for years. He has friends now, but he doesn't see them because we're in a rural area and it's just, it's hard to get together, but still. It's hard to think about. It's very hard to think about. that anybody could just literally say, hey, do you like this? Do you like that? I'll be your friend without saying it. You know what I mean? And Sebastian could very easily just say, hey, let's go. Because again, he's not, and again, guys, it could have been somebody that heard a conversation he had or heard a conversation that somebody else had. The fishing thing, like I said, that's a big thing. There's ponds all over the place out there too.
I think they checked a lot of the ponds. They had divers out there. D. Smith, that's a good point too.
Yeah, like where or whom are the women in Seth's life that would be interacting with Sebastian? That's none of my business. So there's that. But it is a good point, D. A very good point, if there are any. Well, we know that the godmother, of course, and Seth's mom. So, but who else? Someone called in a T-Rev that they need to check the neighbor who seemed too close. Don't know what the hell. Never heard that before. That's new. Have you guys heard of that?
Oh yeah, that one that Katie was allegedly having an affair with.
Oh, got you. They keep blocking you. I'm sorry, Norma. Sorry that you got to deal with that. Thank you, Sherry, and I hope it does because I worry so bad for this kid that I don't want him to be lonely. I just don't want him to be lonely. It's a horrible thing to think about. Grandma, I can agree with that one, Carolyn. Brought nothing but his tiny flashlight. Why? And that's what makes me wonder sometimes, Golf, if it was like you had said earlier today too, Clue, that maybe it was something he didn't expect to be leaving for a long time for, which would explain going out with no shoes and only taking that little flashlight just so he could see for that moment. You know what I mean?
If you think about like if he was online at his dad's house, right? And sometimes maybe overnight, whatever, but he's playing online, right? Then because one thing has been weird, right? Because he said that he didn't even let Sebastian use the headset, right? Which is what you use to talk to people.
Right.
But then he said that his friends would call him and
Right.
say, "Hey, your son's on your game right now." Right? And
Yep.
the question is, how the hell do you know? How do you know it's him and not Seth playing unless you can hear him talking?
100%. That is the only way you could know something like that, you guys. And CL, you're right. 11 hours alone, this child's going to get curious.
Well, yeah. And if he meets someone and then they're like, hey, look, I'll come by your house and we can meet in person real quick. And he
Right.
just grabs a flashlight, jumps, gets out somehow. I don't know, whatever door, maybe a window, who knows? But he happens to get out thinking, I'm just going to go say hi and meet them. And boom, he's nabbed.
He
You
probably
know
got
what I mean?
excited. Yeah, absolutely. He probably got super excited. I mean, I'm being honest, guys. The first time that I allowed Caden to get on the headset, we bought him a headset. That's all he talked about was he wanted to be able to play online Fortnite. That's his thing. Okay. He got a headset for Christmas and we set everything up. And I told him, I said, I want to know exactly who you're talking to. And I said, I didn't want to go as far as to embarrass him by talking to them myself, but I listened to him, profiles and stuff like that. And you don't know, you do not know who you're talking to. They can lie just like they do on here and say that they're a 17-year-old kid and it's an 85-year-old woman, whatever. You know what I mean? So I can see him being super excited because he can do something like that. If he watches his dad do it, okay, figures it out. Now, Seth also said he played computer games, meaning he's got a computer. Okay. So what's funny?
Gray Pearl, you really do need Jesus. Why did you do that?
I legit took my braces off between getting home from school at 3 and my mom home by 6, used my dad's to what the hell?
They were big.
Why would you do something like that? I bet they were big mad. That's a lot of damn money to throw away.
That the flashlight thing to me, if you take out if you just forget the fact that it's nighttime, right? The flashlight was described as something he likes to play with, right? And it's something that seems to, I get the impression that it's something that he sort of has with him, like almost just like it's almost one of his favorite things, right? Let's just say that for a moment. And the only things that he left with were his clothes that he had on. He took his glasses and this flashlight that he likes to play with.
Right.
It just seems to me like he was leaving to go somewhere he was comfortable with and wanted to take the things that he thought he needed. He just had to have at least for a while, right?
Or yeah, but it seems like the only thing it was that damn flashlight. Nothing else.
Which you wouldn't need if it's dark.
That's it. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
but I'm just not seeing I'm not thinking that flashlight would be of any use really. Like I don't know. I mean, it just seems really odd that he would have taken the flashlight for the purpose of being able to see where he's going, especially since nobody has seen him. It's almost like a situation where he walked out of that house to meet somebody that he knew was there and left.
Yeah.
Or he saw somebody skulking around in the backyard, possibly, which would explain the flashlight. Went to look and got snatched there. Okay. And here's another thing, guys. Understand something. I thought about the whole flashlight thing. It could not be anything at all to do with the darkness. The flashlight, okay, it's got a button on it. Autistic and ADHD kids are fidget. They need fidget things for their hands. Caden does it all the time. And anything like that, he could have just been playing with it in his hand and doing that, and it just was a coincidence that he had it. But again, backing up though, it was stated that he is very highly afraid of the dark. So I have to believe that that's why he had that. You know what I mean?
Well, I think both are valid possibilities, right? Because I mean, those little keychain flashlights, unless it's one like a mag-light keychain flashlight, but they said it was like a promotional type thing.
No, the way Seth described it in the lab video was that it was like a little triangular yellow like keychain type thing that had a light on it. So that's why I'm thinking it's like a fidget type scenario, possibly, or just a real quick grab because maybe he saw something going on around the house or outside the window, or saw another light somewhere, something like that. Or maybe, well, no, because that would have been earlier on. The garbage truck, coming into the neighborhood maybe caught his attention or something like that. But I don't think that's a regular thing. I don't think that would be something that would distract him that much to make him go outside.
I kind of agree with Critical there too. I mean, hell, if our daughter took off and she took some little something out of her room, we'd never know. We would never know what's missing.
Which is why I started thinking that possibly it was a fidget thing that he may have had that he carried around with him all the time, and they noticed that it wasn't there. Maybe. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. If it was something that maybe he kept, like, I don't know if he has a nightstand or hanging off his headboard or something, then yeah, you would immediately know. But you would have had to have seen it recently to know that it hadn't been lost at school or something, right? The other side of that flashlight thing is I can't get past Katie saying it was super dark, really dark that night.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell you if it's dark outside right now.
Well, that's a good point. How
like
did she
super
know?
dark, like unless you're out. And I mean, from what it said. Like, unless she had to let the dogs out or something before they like were up for the evening.
Right. Okay, golf.
But
I do remember.
even that I find weird because they're Yorkies or more. What are they called?
Morkies.
Morkies.
That fence that they have in the backyard. You would think you just let them outside, but the problem is, like, we know for a fact them dogs could go through that fence.
Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't
So did
mean
we.
they're not-
So did
they're
we.
trained not to, but
Well, and that's the thing. Molly pulled up a thing. I was thinking that fence was higher than it was, but it's really not. Like, you could go over that fence for like with no problem. Hey Virginia, what's up, brother? Good to see you tonight. Noel, thank you for joining us. 15-year-old sneaking out to boyfriend's house. On the way there, someone set the train bridge on fire. Jesus.
what? What is he reading?
15 years old, sneaking out to the boyfriend's house. On the way there, someone set the train bridge on fire. Helicopters everywhere on my life. Never snuck out again. I'll bet you didn't. That would scare the shit out of me too at 15 years old. Sorry. Yeah, that is true though. What Golf had said here a minute ago about and I spent tons of money on those fidget spinners too, Sherry. Tons of them. And then within 6 months they were dead. Oh, that's right, Paula. Grace said that Katie had stated that those lights he liked his flashlights. They were like a security blanket for him. And I do remember that. But then I do remember her also saying that he would look at books under his covers at night with that flashlight. So, like I said, it's probably something he had on him all the time, which would be why they would notice that.
I agree with True Crime Zone. Also, going out alone in the dark, that would be a big deal for someone like Sebastian. But and right now in my mind, I think that's just playing into my thought that if he takes his glasses that he needs, he takes his security blanket or his fidget toy, we'll call it, and he doesn't take his shoes, it would really kind of point to a situation where he walks out of this house knowing where his destination is at and he doesn't need anything else, or he believes he doesn't need anything
like
else.
it's like there's somebody outside. That's what I keep going back to, that somebody got his attention somehow to show him something, or he saw something that really, and this was,
No, it's not on camera for sure. I mean, that is the big problem.
They would have seen it, y'all. There's no way.
Unless somebody
what
came
about the window though?
The whole so the only areas that are not covered by cameras, from what they say, is the garage.
Got you.
Like the garage side of the house. However,
right, Doodle. Right. That's the other side of that too. Right. Go ahead.
What doesn't make sense to me when they say that is, how did they see a video of him taking the trash out if the garage ain't covered? You know what I mean? Because that trash can sits beside of the garage doors.
Right.
I guess maybe when he hit like a certain point on the driveway.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The only thing I'm left to conclude from that.
Were those really trash trucks? Mary says. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
I don't, because
Seth seemed so confident of that on that.
Oh,
Fox
yeah,
17,
he does say that.
On that Fox 17 interview after the meeting with the TBI. He seemed so sure.
Like, one thing that bugs me, you guys, with that video, I got to say this. I've been holding this for a while. If those were trash trucks, why did we not see any red lights?
I don't know, because he does sound like that, but then he says, well, that's what they say.
So here's the other side of that, right? We were looking at the trash cans whenever I think that night after he had said that, and we were looking at them, and the ones that we were thinking about, they are the type that like you would pick them up with a machine. However, a lot of the cans on that street don't go with that company. They're with a different company, and they're not like that. They're hand. You would tow them by hand, and you would have to empty them by hand.
Yeah.
When I say red lights, though, sorry, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt. I'll say it when you guys.
You're talking about like a brake light.
Brake lights. That's all I'm saying. Not red lights.
Well, they're not going to be red in that video.
Yeah, but why? If they're red,
it's infrared.
No, it's because you're seeing the headlights is what you're seeing. In the top left corner of that clip, I think what I'm left to conclude based on Seth seeming so confident is the brighter lights in the top left of that clip that Nick Barris put out is the trash truck, and the other two lights are the trash collectors.
So we didn't see the back of the truck.
Right. We didn't see the back
of the truck. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a good point too. They typically have those flashing lights, right?
Well, ours don't.
The strobe.
That's true. He doesn't.
Our trash collector, they're independent, and they
That's
don't.
true.
They just have a truck with a.
Ours has like one of these, but it's amber, like yellow. One of these things that goes on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours don't here. I mean, it's a regular guy in a regular truck, and he has to get out and empty it by hand.
Yeah. I mean, that's a richer area, but that doesn't mean to say that the garbage service has a richer truck. You know what I mean? Because ours, the one we had,
rich area.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the one we had before had the side pickup where the truck would pull up to the garbage can, the claw would grab it and dump it. The one we have now, that guy has to get out of the truck, walk to the back of the truck, walk the can up, and then it grabs it and dumps it. So
there are definitely I can't help but just think that there has to be two companies that at least that collect trash through there, because we've seen video of the area, different times, and there's brown cans that it's a guy's name on the side of them, and they're at several of the houses, and then there's the blue Republic services cans as well.
We have that too.
Yeah.
Republic Services is our main. Kimball, Republic, and something else is our main companies out here. I agree, Mayhem, at this point, but it's kind of too late. He's already dropped some
that's
stuff.
a good idea, Caroline.
Look
up the trash company to see what their trucks look like. I still say too, what those people, what I assumed at first were people where they thought suspect 1, suspect 2. Those very well could be the trash guys.
Oh, I think that's absolutely what they are. And that's
why
they
wear headlamps too.
Yeah, I think that since a lot of the cans in that area are definitely ones that I can't imagine how a machine would pick them up. They've got to be, where they collect the trash by hand. That makes complete sense. And it when I hear Seth as confidently as he did say that, and I consider that, then it makes complete sense to me.
Have a good night, Tomboy. Thank you for your input. Appreciate you. What's the zip code out there, you guys?
You could try 37075.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they would be in 37075 because that's Hendersonville, and they're outside of the Hendersonville city limits.
Well, I mean, Hellfire. I'll just look up their address.
I ain't doing all that shit. Come on now. WNC Waste?
No, they are 37075.
No, the company I'm thinking of, it's
Ross.
Huh?
What about Ross? Ross Waste?
No, it's like JH or I'm trying to think.
Edward.
I can't think of it right off the top of my head.
Green Village Recycling, MedSafe Waste, Red Dog.
It's like two initials and a last name.
Oh,
it's a brown can with a black lid and a silver handle. I just can't remember the daggum name.
WM Rivergate?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Here's one. It says Henderson Waste Pro. That ain't it though, because that ain't what you said. But this is it says Hendersonville Trash Service Vehicle or something like that. Hendersonville Trash Truck.
The heck was that?
See the lights that are up here. This is what I was talking about, you guys. There's red, amber, and clear. Turn signals, brake lights, all those other lights that would be lit up at night along the sides too. There's reflectors. But if we didn't see any of that, all we saw were the headlights. Damn, this dude don't look like, I don't know. Our guys don't dress like this here. They got to wear sanitation uniforms and all that other stuff. Somebody really filmed this.
Right.
Dark green. Yeah, this is Waste Pro, America's #1 choice. It says so. That could be just a separate company then.
Fiance is going to watch the video to see can he find it.
Tennessee, Memphis Garage. This is another one. Green. What does that say? Green Village.
It really is like a letter, and then a name.
Right. Let me see. I couldn't see anything else. City of Hendersonville trash pickup. C&J waste removal.
Nope.
Really? Damn
Yeah, it's like letter period, word.
Damn. City of Hendersonville trash pickup. C&J, Hendersonville waste removal. That's weird. Do you guys have separate? There's Republic. Do you have separate companies for recyclables or than what you would have for your garbage? Because Republic is listed as a garbage, but then there's recyclables too.
Well, we don't recycle, so.
Did you see the cans that they had? The color of the cans?
They're brown.
They're brown.
Brown. Okay. All right. Damn it, the name's not even on the can. They look like this then, right?
Yeah, they do look like that, but
Okay.
they've got it's something written on it.
Duffenbaugh. That's not it. Is that it? Boone and Sons?
No.
Uh-uh.
Damn it. Waste management, we have them too. I don't see anything that has just like initials. That's weird. That's why I wondered if maybe it was a separate that you saw like a recycle company or something.
No, we saw it also too. It's not J.E. McMurtry, is it?
Yeah.
That's it, J.E. McMurtry.
I think it is. Let me look. I think you're right.
J.E. who?
McMurtry.
J.E. McMurtry from Madison.
McMurdy? Oh, yeah, there it is. That's a nice ass truck. Damn. Right there. Big blue and white truck.
Hang on.
That's clean. Damn.
That's definitely the can.
Yep. There's the can too. Right there.
Yep, that's what it looks like right there.
Okay. There's the truck. And it's got the reflectors, the amber lights. There's no beacon light on it though. So okay.
No, and
if
you look at their website, there's a guy they've got a photo in their slideshow that shows a guy standing on the back end of it, like the old school trash collection.
Gotcha. So they do it by hand.
Yep. Well, makes sense. Makes sense. Let me see something. So it's not an auto service. Well, and that's another thing. Are they looking into the sanitation workers?
I would imagine. I mean, I cannot imagine that they haven't. Like, to me, that would just be anything they would have been able to see come and go between midnight and 6 a.m. or even between 9 and 6 a.m. I would imagine they've scrutinized and vetted.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I would hope that they would look at these guys too, just in case. You don't know.
And I would hope that even though they may have vetted them, they're still watching and looking at possible associates with any of them. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one of the very valid points that fiance has made is with that construction going on next door.
Oh yeah.
Because and don't be labeling me nothing when I say this, okay? But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, a lot of construction companies, it like say they had two people call out that morning, they might hire some people who aren't exactly documented.
Right. No, I
know,
got you.
And should he have wandered over there and then poof, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Please place your container out the night before or by 5 a.m. at the very latest on your assigned pickup day. We cannot guarantee what time our trucks will come through your area. Okay, it doesn't give the exact time. I bet it does somewhere though.
That's weird because it makes it sound like they started like at 5.
Mm-hmm.
There before then.
Well, and Seth, I could swear Seth said that it was 5:11 because the clock on the DVR was broken.
Yeah, he did say something about it being 5 something. First it doesn't say anything there, but that's the company service areas. Okay. Hendersonville. It doesn't give residential trash service.
And that's the other side. They said it was heavy that day, but a problem I have with that is if you're taking that trash out, like it obviously if they're the ones putting it by hand,
Mm-hmm.
like you wouldn't notice that garbage can was 110 pounds heavier.
Right.
Like how would you even pick that up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and I was thinking about that comment too. If it was, say the garbage can was heavier, that doesn't mean it would have to have a person in it, but it could have been other things in there.
CL, the sun comes up about 6 ish. Yeah.
There's an easy way to figure that out. Actually, CL. Hold on one second here.
It might be like 5:30.
Well, on February 26th, you'd have to just look at historical.
Yeah.
1 second here.
I agree with that. They would have had to have known he was in there because if they're dumping it,
Right.
they're going to see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You would think. I mean,
Yeah, when
it's dark
it
out.
jumps, something's gonna fall out. Okay. And there's
Right.
lights in the back end of the truck there to light up the back of the truck so you can see it. 7:03 a.m. is what time the sun came up on February 26th.
That seems late as I don't know what, don't it?
Well,
let me try something else.
That's probably sunrise, but I mean dawn would probably be 6:30 somewhere in there.
Let me see it this way. 6:21 a.m. Sorry. I forgot to put in the area. I put it in, it just took my area automatically. 6:21 a.m. That was sunrise. And full set at 6:25. Meaning like it was completely up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was still dark. That's 6:21. Isn't that the time they made the call?
6:20.
6:20. So the sun was completely up at that point, and she had gone out driving around. Could have jumped in the truck not knowing. You mean he could have jumped in the truck and they didn't know? I don't know, because that's dirty. I can't imagine him doing that. He wouldn't. He hates getting dirty. So wasn't it before daylight saving? No. We had already had daylight savings at that point.
Yeah, because it would have smelled too.
100%. That's not his thing. He would have stayed the hell way far away from that, I'm guessing. That person seemed very interested in talking to someone. Maybe he saw something in the trash that stuck out. Which that could explain why they went to, well, no. I still think there was something a little bit more concise that's sent into the landfill. I'm just saying.
Well, and I'm still just having I know it's been talked to death, but I'm just having a hard time understanding still to this day how that trash goes to a landfill that's 3 hours almost.
Yeah.
Like that seems so bizarre to me when there are landfills that are closer.
I mean, it's probably a contracted thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then the odds of potentially missing, or I don't know. It for a 1 day thing. It seems like they were very certain, very precise in a location to have only searched for 1 day.
Right. Okay, Paula. Thank you. She said that was before daylight saving, so I could have swore we had it before that, but thank you.
I thought daylight savings happened in March.
I thought it did too, but
No.
I don't remember. No, I think they're right.
It was Jesus. Now I'm gonna look.
I think we're wrong about that call times. Didn't we hear on that dispatch audio? They said what time did the call come in? And the lady said the call came in at 6:33 this morning.
Yes. Yep. But that's based on what we were told, though. They said 6:20, but you're right. The dispatch said 6:33.
Well, I think they were generalizing, right? Because they were like about
No, because if she said 6:33, if she was generalizing, she'd have said 6:30 or
no,
6.
I'm talking about when they say they called.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Hey, Catherine. I heard in the beginning it was actually the construction site's garbage that went to Kentucky, not the neighborhood. See, I heard that was somewhere different altogether. Is that, do you guys know anything about that? The dumpster?
So those construction, I got the crap.
They're Republic
They're
services.
Republic, yeah.
Republic Services. Okay. Which is, do you know where that's the dump's located for that?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I know they have a construction division.
I was gonna say they probably have a separate like entity that they use for construction type stuff.
I know we went by one day and the trash was like piling over in the trash can.
Yeah.
Then the next time we went by
At the construction site.
Right.
Yeah, it was empty.
The next time we went by, that same one was empty and another one had been moved. So
What time do we have for the police call?
I swear that lady said 6:33.
When we listened to the audio, she said call came in at 6:33 a.m. Caller says, yeah, it was 6:33. You're right. I remember that. Hold on. Damn it. Let me go look real quick. I think I still got it sitting over here. This is gonna drive me nuts.
What's he looking for?
The call again.
It's on my page, I know.
I know I got it here too. I know I was gonna say it, but I can't find it. I just have to scroll up. That's all. I know you have it too, but I'm pretty sure it was six. Wait, did I pass it? No, I'm pretty sure. Almost guarantee it was 6:33.
Did you hear that super long one where they like got a report of a boy shaking, acting like he has autism?
No, where'd you get that at?
I put a longer version out on my page.
Damn it, Jim. Hold on.
And then they talk about a guy who had like a rag wrapped around his head.
What the hell? No, I didn't hear none of that. Hold on. What's the video called? You remember?
Hold on.
Do you remember the date or the roughly that? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. 9 days ago? Or no, it would have been the one after that you did, I think. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's two of them.
Right. Here we go. Get past your music. Hold on. Look at your face. I froze it with you going.
Rude.
I didn't even do it on purpose. That's funny.
That's why I never wanted to go on camera.
What, hon?
I said that's why I never wanted to go on camera, because when you make stupid or like you get paused, you look crazy.
Oh, it's happened to me so many times. Not even funny. Not even funny. All right, so this is labeled 618 to 648, so it's in that realm somewhere, I'm sure. Hey, Deb.
Can't hear anything.
Did you say you couldn't hear it?
Yeah, everybody's saying that to you.
Oh, what the hell? Hold on, guys. I swear I put it up that way. 1 second. Maybe not. Okay. Let's try it again.
All right, honey.
Ooh. Is somebody mad?
No.
8 on Sebastian.
Report 1008. Report Harrisville.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Caller guys this morning they woke up and their 15-year-old male is not in the bed. We have white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Female does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. All the doors are locked at this time.
So basically, y'all couldn't hear the beginning, but they said the call came in at 6:33 a.m.
There you go.
What'd you say? There it is. 633. One thing I don't understand is why did they have to throw in, they said it never happened before? Is it just because I don't know.
That's a good question. Like, why would? Well, maybe the dispatcher would be trained to ask. Like,
Is it a regular thing maybe or something like that? I guess. I don't know.
But they said it's never happened before.
Right, right.
Hmm.
So when she called or they called, did they say that, This has never happened before, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think that would be an uncommon thing for it makes sense for them to be trained to ask that question,
Yeah.
right? Is it a regular thing? Because that would give them some indication. I would think of, maybe if the answer was yes, well, where have they ran to before, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's up, MIA? You guys want me to keep going with this audio, or do we get what we want, or what do you want to do? I don't mind listening to it again if we want to cover it again.
Have you got it where it's out
I
there
thought I had
without?
it without us talking,
That's what I was gonna say because
but
I mean, do you have it? Do you have it without that?
I thought I had put it up there.
I don't know that you have.
Is this it?
No. No, I think you just did it in that live, so it would probably take quite a while
Yeah,
to
it's
go.
probably
Hey,
gonna take
Heather.
a minute. Well, I can tell you this much. They ultimately there was the only thing they did not follow up on is the kid that they said was shaking back and rocking back and forth, something like that, shaking like he had autism. They
I
follow
never.
up on the guy
Right.
who had a rag around his head. They then see a guy in a black outfit, and someone said he's helping. So they said when they talked to him or tried to talk to him, he took off to the woods, and someone said he's the one helping. So I guess he was helping look.
So
But
that's on this audio here.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Never heard that. That's brand new to me.
But
I'm
there's I want to say 2 or 3 guys that are like boys, whatever. Because one of them was wearing a reflective vest and a rag around his head, and the cop says,
construction.
I dealt with him the other day. He's 20 years old. Basically, that's not him. The only thing they don't follow up on is they send someone to look at a kid they said was moving like he had autism.
Yeah, and
But you don't hear anything back from it, right? Like whether or not it.
Yeah, they gave a specific street, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, they did.
I know it was a couple of miles.
Harrington?
Maybe it was a couple of miles away, and it was more in the main part of Hendersonville.
So this is all in this audio right here, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I haven't. Well. If you
Oh,
guys
yes, it says autistic child sighted. That's the one.
okay, so if you guys are cool, then I want to hear this because I didn't hear that before. I just heard what I had that one time, and then Clue's first video. That's a good point, Carolyn. Again, why would the 20-year-old be with the 15-year-old?
You probably should say language warning because there may be some.
They know it ain't no big deal. I mean, yeah, trigger warning. That's all there is. It's just language, folks.
All of that is in here. I can't see that name, but Ben Bay. Sorry, it's got the part about the dog running to the pond, but it's got more to it, right?
It'd be
Than
stimming movements.
first time.
Got you. God, thank you, Kay. I got you. On my community wall, there is a creator that put up the calls with captions. It's a part 1 and 2. Oh, do you have a link for that? Well, no, you can't do it. Yeah, hold up. Clue don't like it.
What?
I said Clue don't want us looking at her freezing every 5 seconds anyway.
No, I just hate that it's like, you know what I mean?
Yes, I got
keep talking over it.
no big deal. Hold on a minute here. Let me bring that up. Thank you, Mind of Monsters. I appreciate that very much. For those of you guys that have not subscribed yet, please check out this channel, by the way. Mind of Monsters has a great channel. And it's all about missing children. Paste. Oh, nope, I did it again. You're gonna have to. I was trying to drop your link, and it keeps dropping that gigantic paragraph again. Sorry. Hold on here. Let me get this out of here real quick and go back to the community page. Boom. And where's it at here? Transcribed. Okay. This has got to be it. Hold up. All right. Let's do this. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Puff Muffin. All right, here we go.
Of course, we've had a caller call in. And it's on scene without saying cyber court. We've had a caller call in, advised in approximately 5 to 6 minutes ago. He called 2 juveniles, one in a black sweatshirt and one female with a backpack on, between Long Hollow Church and Somerset Downs. The male was wearing a black hoodie.
Wait, what?
And it's on scene
That's what I said. That caught me off guard too. Hold on.
without saying cyber court. We've had a caller call in, advised in approximately 5 to 6 minutes ago. He called 2 juveniles, one in a black sweatshirt and one female with a backpack on.
Male with a black sweatshirt and a female with a backpack on?
That's what it sounded like it said to me.
What?
I'm telling y'all right now. Listen, read that TBI thing, and it says last seen 2/26/24 in the area of Stafford Court.
Black hoodie. Yep. Hold on a minute here. I never heard this. Thank you, Mind of Monsters, very much.
On scene without saying cyber court. We've had a caller call in, advised in approximately 5 to 6 minutes ago. He called 2 juveniles, one in a black sweatshirt and one female with a backpack on, between Long Hollow Church and Somerset Downs.
Long Hollow Church in Somerset Downs. Where the hell's that at?
It's on further down.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the next subdivision down from Long
But
Hollow Church.
It's still in that area though, right?
Oh yeah.
It's heading toward Gallatin. From
2 juveniles, 1 male, 1 female. This is new to me. Shit. Okay.
The male was wearing a black hoodie. Direction of travel was towards Gallatin. Color space with the additional juveniles shorter than the male with long hair wearing a brown backpack.
Female juvenile shorter than the other with long hair wearing a backpack. Okay.
26 home in the area there. One second. 4 to 12. I got shooting out, but one of our UMA guys rode through there just a bit earlier reported. Not sure it was them, but this one in a black hoodie had long hair. Forward to me. Go ahead, forward, Captain.
Did you say something, Clue?
Mm-mm.
Oh, sorry.
I'll be out with those juveniles. You made a description again. 188. Van 184 is going to send you a picture.
Okay, so they stopped these two. So this okay.
10-4. 184. I'll be in the area. Go ahead and send that to me as well.
It's 23 to 188.
Central.
Okay.
You send code red for 1008 Stafford.
Code red was sent out at 07:45 this morning.
2-4.
Hold on a minute. Code red was 7:45.
What does code red mean?
You sent out a code red for 1008 Stafford. That's their address, right?
Yeah.
So code red gotta mean, I don't know, we probably should look it up, but I'm guessing it has something to do with that scenario at that address, but 7:45.
Well, so what I think, all that searching and stuff with them dogs, that was like 6:18 to 6:40 something.
Right.
Then they start talking about putting it out to Gallatin and somewhere else. and then they talk about how they update it to TBI and things like that. So maybe because on the one that I have, it says put the TBI in the tip line is your cell phone.
Okay.
So I think it's just different stages, right?
Who is this dispatching? Do you remember?
I think it's Sumner County.
County?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
I thought it was Hendersonville Police.
Really?
Or
Even though
something.
he called Sumner County?
Code red alert. Weather warning. No. Code red.
Airline said missing persons. Code red is danger.
Red. Community notification system. Code red.
The child could be in danger. Yeah.
Endangered child. Yeah, that's what that
Yeah.
is. Okay. All right. I just looked it up in the thing just to be sure. So 7:45. So that it started off, I'm guessing, with the call, and then at 7:45 they classified it as that.
Right. And then they were contacting like TBI and all that.
Yeah, got you. Okay. All right, let's go.
Red for 1008 staff.
Code red was sent out at 07:45 this morning.
2-4. If it was saying that ain't good, can we retry that, please? 6-3 Central Deal 1 check. Go ahead, sir. Can you come to 1008 Stafford, please? 3-4.
Did you get the picture? I sent it to you.
I did.
10-4. 63. Margaret Parental is clearance CIC through name, date of birth only. I don't have a social.
Alright, I'll be clear with an assist. 12-188. Go ahead, sir. Can you come to 1008 Stafford, please?
188. Did you get the picture? I sent it to you.
I did.
10-4.
Alright, I'll be clear with an assist. 12 to any units that are going to be assisting with 1008. Please come to 1008 Stafford Court now, please. 4 Central. Scoring 1 white female juvenile, 1 male juvenile to Beach High School. Mileage 57 through 55. 4 of your boys are still up. 26 Central, clear forward. I'm still in the area. Did you copy my traffic? 4 Central. Beach, you got a Beach High School, 57 through 56. Cover truck. Central. Moving history is this address. Beginning of Kelly Lane 1000. We're going to work our way north of Kelly Lane. Take one side of the road, we'll take the other since y'all started there. That's fine. I'll get these 2 houses right here, and we'll take the right side. The white Ford truck, that's the Hendersonville officer's house that's with me. On the corner? No, that house hasn't been checked. The next house up from it, you'll see the white Ford in the driveway. Oh, Central.
Okay.
We log a neighborhood Facebook page. Post was made. 1023 check. No motion on camera. I'll be clear in 1.
Yeah, I heard them say that's the Hendersonville police officer's home. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and here they start clearing the houses. Well, not clearing them, but they like try to make contact, and then they have the neighbors check the ring cams.
Mm-hmm. Now, does that officer's vehicle sit in his driveway?
You know, we've been out there quite a bit, and I don't think I've ever seen a police officer's car there. Have you?
I'm just curious because some officers take their vehicles home, and my reason for asking that is if he did, I would imagine that anybody that would come into a neighborhood and see that a police officer lives there, that there's a cruiser in the driveway, would turn the other direction and go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be like a deterrent.
100%. That's why I wondered if maybe his vehicle was there, and people would know. So, okay.
Token branch. Male with sandy blonde hair, with a bag wrapped around his head. Chest stated he had on a reflective jacket.
What did she just say?
That's where she says like a rag or something around his head and a reflective vest.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay.
22 hours ago.
12/2/16. Do you have somebody that can respond to that? 10-4. I was out with that subject last night. Blonde with a reflective jacket. He's in his 20s. 3-12. Go ahead, 3.
Okay. I was out with that subject last night. He's in his 20s. Why is this guy out still?
That's a good damn question.
If he was out all night, what the hell was he doing? And who is he?
Yeah, like he was very adamant too. Like he's 20 years old.
I was out with him last night and he's still out there? What's the deal with this? That's interesting. And it's a residential area, right, Katie? What the hell was he doing? Okay. I never caught that one before.
You know, if anybody check this 139 Will Bend straight across from the retention pond, that's a camera. I'm not sure if anybody did there. 30 command. 139 Will Bend has a camera, but nobody's answering the door. 40 command. He had some ties at White House High School, and every time he got in trouble, he wanted to go back to White House, so I notified White House PD, and we're notifying the 3 command where you direct on.
What is White House PD?
White House is the town to the north of Hendersonville.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yes, I'm definitely taking notes now.
139 Willow Bend.
His way with the camera is correct.
It's simple. Nobody's answering, nobody's home. So, Rachel.
Wait.
16 to command.
What?
Go ahead.
Regarding the miscellaneous matter of record pending, clear and authorized court.
Central 2. Go ahead.
Regarding the miscellaneous matter of record pending, clear and authorized court.
Central 2, Summer 8. I am unable to find anything in RMS regarding the registered owners. I'm still looking online at this time. And the unit that are at Stafford Court. When you check your residence, please give me the numeric and unit numbers that have checked it, and whether or not you made contact with anybody.
68 has West.
Go ahead.
Made contact with 1000 Killing Lane. He checked all of his cameras. Nothing was on. No answer at 102 or 103 Killing Lane.
I have a little problem with this.
Okay.
He just said, sorry. He checked all his cameras, nothing on him. Are they looking at the cameras?
I don't think so. Like the way it sounds,
I don't
like they just let them check them.
I don't
Which
like
in this stage is what you would do, right?
I'll tell you something else. I just looked up 139 Willow Bend because I hadn't caught that before.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's the house that, so if you look at the map view and look at 139 Willow Bend, it's the house that's directly across the street from that retention pond that it sounds like, from what we can figure out, the dog was tracking to and then jumped in the water.
At the bottom of the neighborhood?
No, it's at the north end. But it's right across from, it's literally across Willow Bend from that pond, right? So if they said there's a Ring camera, there's cameras, but nobody's home.
Yeah.
If they went back and got that footage.
Right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
That retention pond is that circle right across the road from it, right? Just
right there. Yeah, okay.
So if they went back later and got that footage, that may be why it says last seen in the area.
Yeah, but that's not Stafford Court.
Well, it's in the area of it. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
I was wondering if that house had a camera right there.
Yep.
But that's the back, ain't it, of the house?
Well, the driveway appears to be to the left of the house, which would
Right
be
here.
Yeah. So I mean,
I swear that's the back.
there's still a decent chance that it wouldn't catch him if he came, if the retention pond is even valid, right? If that's even valid, there's a chance it wouldn't have caught him. Probably a pretty good chance it wouldn't have caught him.
Yeah, but here's my thing. The guy's very specific about talking about a camera, and he says that retention pond. There's 3 over there. But he's specific about that retention pond.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Which is weird, right? If there was no scent trail, how do you know which retention? You know what I mean?
Right. No, I got you. There's 3 of them, right? Okay. Hold on. Let's go back to this other thing now.
Well, I see a couple of things in the chat talking about, it seems like they would have checked themselves. But I mean, to me, at that point, I think they're scouring the neighborhood trying to find him quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine they went back or had somebody going behind them after they collected once they could.
Did they do that though? That's the question.
Well, they did have everybody send their stuff in.
Yeah.
Okay. Gray. Why do I feel like he's being held as collateral in something else now? Pray for me. It's all good. All good, Gray. All right, guys.
105. Answer, hasn't seen it. Nothing on Ring doorbell.
Just one, you're saying 102. Is it 1002 or is it 102?
1002. I'm sorry. Can you advise if he has a white purple hoodie or something like that?
Did you ask if he had a light purple hoodie?
Yeah, I don't know if the parents will know, but just find out if he owns a white purple hoodie with him or something like that.
Simple. Anybody that's at the residence, can they ask the parents?
Mom doesn't advise that she can recall one. Simple thing. Central.
12:30.
And we make sure that this has been rolled out to Hendersonville and Galveston. Also, and we make sure that this has been rolled out to Hendersonville and Galveston. Also, they were at Dragon Square last night, just bowling at some games. Can you have a unit go there and just go around and make sure that he hasn't returned there? Make sure he didn't want to continue his day. 47 to command.
40.
I'm sorry. How far away was that bowling alley place again? Do you remember?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Well, you know what's weird? Do me a favor. When you're over there, look up Strike and Spare.
That's what I'm looking up, the distance from that.
Is that the one that we were at the other day?
Yes.
Okay.
I slowed it down a little bit, guys. That's why it sounds like that. I'm sorry. That way we could hear the words clearly. I'm gonna keep going until you find something.
37.
$68 and Hendersonville 517. And then
Use traffic.
517 Hendersonville is with me. 1006 no contact. 1008 made contact. Haven't seen anything. 1010 contact. They hadn't seen anything either. Nothing on ring doorbell. 47 now.
47.
We're both ring cameras over telephone. Determined Saturday spot.
Wait for them to get it all set up. Command the units on Stafford. Going to the command bus if you say anything. I'll be out of pocket for just a few seconds.
I'll be at a Summer Regional. We're leaving 61.
The reason why I have issues with this camera thing, and I know I get what you were saying too, Cletus, about cleaning it quickly, looking for him. If somebody out there is involved in this and could have had something on their camera, they could have cleaned that shit out by the time anybody went back and deleted it or something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, they should have looked at it themselves. But I know it, in a hurry, it's not possible. It just, that bugs me a little bit.
Well, and I mean, it's one of those things where it's just things like this are not common in this area, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
Nope.
I get it. Definitely get it. Right, Gray, about an hour walk.
Well, according to Google, it says 2.2 hours for a walk. Yeah.
That's a long ass 5.8 miles. Damn. That neighbor that someone mentioned. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, Norma. Also, just because Ring camera doesn't notify of motion detected, it doesn't mean no motion. Right, that's true too. Excuse me.
And not all of them record to the cloud.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Huh. Very true.
$1,012 Killing Lane through 22 command.
22.
The lady at 1032 Kellen runs the neighborhood Facebook page, and she updating it to request people to look in their crawl spaces and get in there.
There's a neighborhood Facebook page.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's called?
Maybe
No.
Help Hendersonville, or it might be Next Door or something that they're talking about too.
What did you say, Cletus? I'm sorry.
The first one I said would be Help Hendersonville.
Yeah, but that's not the neighborhood.
Yeah.
They probably have a specific neighborhood page.
Okay. Just out of curiosity. I'm gonna go check that out too if I can. Thank you.
There is
10-4.
line. Go ahead. Hey, on at 1017 killing line, did y'all happen to check the crawl space? I will have to check my list, but if it wasn't
that a
locked
dog?
from the outside, it was.
What'd you say?
Was that a dog barking when he first started talking?
I will have to check my list, but if it 15 killing line.
10-4.
Line. Go ahead. Hey, on at 1017 killing line.
Sure as hell sounds like one to me.
That's what I thought.
Right. What's the matter, Doodle? Hear what? Oh, maybe that's Max's handler. Right. Good point.
Did y'all happen to check the crawl space? I will have to check my list, but if it wasn't locked from the outside, it was checked. 47 to come down.
You guys, Clue, do you guys remember the name of the subdivision there?
Hell no.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. He's going to go look.
Sorry for all the questions. Thank you very much. You need to snort some coffee or chew some up, Clue. You sound like you're getting tired.
I am. I'm in the bed.
Mm-hmm. The dispatchers sound like they are half asleep or intoxicated. I slowed it down, Vicky.
I was going to say, it sounds like it slowed down.
It is. I slowed it down just one. And, you know, between the slow and then they have the accent, it's kind of drawn out. So.
Victoria Place.
Gotcha. That might be a way to find the Facebook group. Thank you. Good point. All right.
47.
Effort. They are reviewing their camera footage right now.
Well, are you guys giving them numbers to call if they find anything?
So 184 still with them right now.
10-4. Go ahead.
Needs some checking, I think, when they got cameras checked. Oh, that's fine.
184, you're low volume. I got cameras checked.
It was 1018. They checked the cameras. No contact.
10-4.
I'm gonna walk through the cemetery. Just to the west of Beach Hospital. I'll be out at St. John Missionary, 1085. Check wall. On foot.
All right. Let me jump over to part 2. Again, thank you for this, Mind of Monsters. I appreciate it very much. If I can get out of here now. Hold on. Boom.
Terry. I think it's easier to hear when it's the normal speed, but that's just me.
Okay. I'll play it at normal. Wah, 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 wah.
Well,
I'll play it.
That's just because you're running at 3 times the speed of everybody around you all the time anyway.
Pretty much.
Oh, whatever.
All right, hold on. I just wanted to make sure you guys were catching everything. So my apologies, folks. All right, Speedy, here we go.
Central to 47. Central to 47 and 184.
184, Long Hall Fight, 360.
Heading missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised this morning they woke up and their 15-year-old male is not in the bed. We are white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. All the doors are locked at this time.
10-400.
So far, show you.
1200.
12, go ahead. I show you now.
8-9 clear verbal warning.
Copy that. I have you clear verbal.
47 Central.
47, go ahead.
Yes, the juvenile has a phone.
7. I asked the call taker to ask if the juvenile has a phone. Great. Central to 58. I am Mrs. Fire Call.
Good.
In the area of Dean Plant Road and Newton Lane. Caller very back, a truck is on fire. We'll move around the side of the road. Caller's no longer answering call taker's questions. Central to 47, 184 and 12. Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
47 to 12. Get there and see what's going on. Still on search of the residence. We'll go from there.
184. Your OCA will be 02197. 02197. Time to call 634. Good.
Time of call.
Can you call all of the local hospitals just to make sure he's not in one of those?
And 5.
68 Central on Payne.
45. 12.
Good, cool.
I said there's no medical center ER, center station ER, Summer Regional ER, and Skyline, all clear of the juvenile. Also, I do have a 911 hang up in pending at 132 Hollywood Boulevard, Zone 1. There is no call history, and they've attempted language line with no connection.
Okay, where is that located at? Do you guys recognize that?
132 Hollywood.
911 hang up.
He's going to look.
I'm just curious how close it is. You never know. If somebody, like, he could have stopped there and then took off running when they called 911 and they hung up, or you know what I'm saying? I try to think of everything. Yeah, they did say that Katie went and searched. That's true.
That's in Gallatin.
Okay, got you. Thank you for checking.
There is no call history, and they've attempted language line with no connection. Do you want me to clear it?
10-4 Central, you clear. 68 Central, K9's on the ground.
Copy, K9 on the ground.
Hey, Jenkins, he's on track. 63 Central.
837.
I'll be 10-6 at Kara. Well, we're going north on Stafford.
47. Code Red has been launched. The Code Red has been launched.
Window open animal farm near Happy Hollow, Center Point area. Go ahead.
He said something about a false alarm.
No, I thought he said animal farm.
Hold on.
The Code Red has been launched.
Window open animal farm near Happy Hollow, Center Point area.
Yeah, Happy Hollow is the animal farm.
Animal farm, I got you. No, you're right. It said it even says it on there that the call overlapped, which happens all the time. Welcome, Draw again. Their 15-year-old their 15-year-old not there instead of her 15-year-old since Katie was oh.
Well, they hold on because they're both on the phone,
Yeah.
right? So maybe that's why they say there instead.
Well, yeah, that's true. They both called according to what Chris said that it was a three-way, right?
Yeah.
That's still
Caroline's 16. I mean, you can drive with an adult at 15, but 16 is the legal driving age.
that's still a great catch, Draw. I didn't catch that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, three-way call. That does make some sense if they're both on the line. So there you go. Very, very good catch. Okay.
Go ahead. Next big track back up, going into the construction site over here, back towards the beach. Boy, I'm behind you. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints, anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on. Negative, this is all dry, hard packed. Alex Report. LT, we're now headed back south towards the cemetery on the far end of the construction site. Good boy, I can see you. I do have some footprints over here. Right there where you're standing? Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond. No shoes, just footprints. Shoes that Max went straight into the pond.
What does he say there?
I swear to God, he says shoes, but Max went straight into the retaining pond.
Well, and see, the problem I think exists there is I think he keys up the mic in mid-statement. Right.
Did he said it before he keyed the mic, right?
Well, out of breath too, right?
Yeah, so we don't know.
The dog is dragging him, right? So he said
what he said before the word shoes.
Damn it. Because that would clarify something big right there.
Well, it's crazy that this fool was talking about like a whole route. He did track back up to the construction site. Like,
right.
I mean, this man is really talking about this dog going on a whole trip.
Yeah, right.
Be curious to know, because I mean everything that he's saying now still aligns with what I was thinking about when we first heard this. But the only thing I don't know, when he says track back up, where did he start from?
Yeah.
Was he tracking back up the hill on Kellen, or was he tracking up maybe between the houses between Stafford and Kellen? Because you could go through between them up that hill. And I would be curious to know if he's on Kellen and the dog is tracking, or is he in the grass?
He says north. Didn't he say north of? Yeah.
But
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Either way, I mean, going up the hill would be going north, just because.
But if you got to go by the cemetery, you're obviously starting.
Well, he says he's heading south.
Right.
The cemetery over by beach. Well, south would be from up at the top around Devon Court.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a problem with this though. If this is a track or a canine, a standard canine dog, did they scent the dog before they went off looking for him?
I'm sure, because
so then why is this dog dragging this officer like that? He's got his nose on something. I don't care what anybody says at this point. We're hearing it right here.
Right.
Okay, there's no way that this. If they scented the dog, shirt, shoe, I don't give a shit what it was. The dog has that smell, and he's gone. He's dragging this guy. You can hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't care if nobody says there was a scent.
100%. I've watched this happen. I've been on scenes where they do this. These dogs, when they're running, pulling like that, they're on something. And for the fact that he says that dog dove right into the pond, bullshit. Don't tell me that dog did not have that smell.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. You could hear it in the officer's voice. He was running, and he even said Max is running up the path in the one part. And the dogs, yeah, you're right. The dogs don't lie. Shoes, but Max went straight into the pond using the word "but" right after shoes implies the prints were shoe prints. Right. Okay.
I think so. That's what I think.
Right. Yeah, there was a truck fire on the side of the road. Right, Tina. I heard that too. then why not outside the home unless he was driven to that site? I I I I don't know. I'm gonna keep going and thinking.
Here, right there where you're standing. Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond. No shoes, just footprints. Shoes that Max went straight into the pond. He literally dove into it. 12 DMA one, you direct. Hey, repeat that, Rice. Let me make sure he. Max led me straight to the retaining pond. Over behind Willow Boulevard, he dove right into the water. Yeah, you see any prints around it? There's a few footprints in some of the softer dirt. Headed straight this way on the track that he was running. Truck 47, what kind of shoe does he wear? Size 10, 25 central. All right, to Stafford Court. Go ahead. Do we have a picture yet?
This bothers me. This bothers me a lot. Hold on a minute.
Do we have a picture yet? That's simple. Can you send it to me, please?
Why are they asking for that picture like that?
I was thinking that too. And he said, can you send it to me, please?
Do we have a picture yet? Right. You hear the tone of his voice change too.
Simple. Can you send it to me, please? To Stafford Court. Go ahead. Do we have a picture yet?
Now tell me I'm not the only person that notices the inclination in his voice.
No, it's different a little bit.
Okay.
That's simple. Can you send it to me, please? Me too, Central. Yeah. Stafford Court call. Where the riprap is, where the trees are, 25 feet maybe out in toward the middle. 2D1. 2D1. Hey guys, the construction zone, there's another pond. There's somebody standing in the woods. It looks like a person. It is a person we know, but there's another pond. He's standing back there by himself. Past the construction zone in the same area back there. Next to the north of us? Yeah, the north end of it, yeah. Where they're working on the machinery at, goes straight back. There's another pond back there, but there's a person in the woods by that pond. Past the house on the other side of the tree line. Going back toward beach or going on the back side? Yeah, on the back side, and he's not moving. He's just standing there by himself in the woods. It's Hendersonville 517. I'm on the northeast corner in the cemetery across the tree line. Am I close? No, the back side. Nikki, if you can, do you have anybody there with you that can drop a what 3 words location? Stand by. Let me see if I can find it on my map. I got my drone grounded for the moment, and I'll see if I can do it. Target's over. 1 to 2. I'm in my truck going up the corner. Can you see us? Lance, hold up. I'm going to jump in with you.
Yeah, I got an issue with that now. Why are you asking for a picture unless you're looking at somebody?
Well, he is looking at somebody.
He wasn't at that point though. Well,
we don't know.
Right. It does sound like he saw something that the tone of his voice changed. I'm sorry. This is driving me nuts now. Okay, I'll keep going. I'm shut up.
Two, there's 4 of us on foot coming across the yard, start directions. 19's on the same. Everybody's on the ATV right there in that field, drive straight to the woods. Straight in. Keep going like you're going. Keep going. Go left. He's come back, you passed it. Look at this floor on foot on the other side, pick us up and tell us which way to go. Yeah, we only have one drone, we don't want to get off the target, and we got somebody close to it. All right, somebody's walking straight to it right there. So walk. There's two people right there. Walk.
What the hell is the target?
I was sitting here going, what?
What the hell is the target?
Maybe the person in the woods just standing there?
Off the target, and we got somebody close to it. All right, somebody's walking straight to it right there. So walk. There's two people right there. Walk like you're going. Walk like you're going straight into the woods. You should be about 15 foot from it. What's the child's first name? She'll be all over it, whatever it is right there. The two people walking the woods. It's a mannequin. Sorry, guys. Look just like a person from the air.
Shut the fuck up right now.
Why in the hell is there a mannequin in the woods?
Because it's Tennessee.
The same reason there's a mannequin in that barn that somebody has stuck the old man face on.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you people down there?
We're bored.
Good God Almighty! We're all sitting here like
we're anxiously awaiting to hear who they find or hear somebody disappeared, and it's a mannequin.
We should have told them this was coming, but this is great.
I didn't remember it.
Look at Dago.
Oh my God!
What's the name of the child that we're looking for? First name is Sebastian. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? First name is Sebastian. Yeah, well, we have a last known physical description. Clothing. The last clothing description was black sweatpants with a white stripe, black long sleeve T-shirt with a print.
Son of a bitch.
What? What?
She wasn't lying.
They described the stripe.
She wasn't lying about what he was wearing.
Nope, not even a little bit. They even described the stripe.
Yeah.
I know, Norma. So she told the truth. These are facts.
That's so messed up. I'm kind of pissed at the TBI right now because Katie said that she had been trying to get them to change the description.
Yep.
Even Seth said we've been trying to get them to update.
So here's something that I'm sitting here thinking, right? As many guys as it sounds like they've got on foot and in cars, what I don't get the impression they did was block the roads, right? There's a distinct possibility this boy walked out of that house and was actually still in the area at that time and got into a car, and in the midst of all this all of this activity, he just slipped by.
That's a very, very huge possibility that somebody grabbed him right in the midst of this going on. Or somebody picked him up.
Well, and I think when they were talking about two people, I think they were actually talking about the officers, not the person in the woods, right? Because he was saying there's two people walking right there. I think he's trying to give somebody else a visual of where they need to be.
Right. No, I got you.
So all this drama about the different description.
That's what I'm saying.
Is literally proven in this dispatch audio to be an error in the TBI flyer.
Yep.
That's what I just told Motors Mary, like saying she wasn't lying. Like I wasn't saying that like I didn't believe her in the first place, but if the public would listen to this.
Well, I mean, I didn't believe her in the first place. When I hear her say something that doesn't match the TBI description, I'm going to put my confidence in the organization that's responsible for the investigation. But this sort of proves that they listed it incorrectly.
No, I feel like she was being honest when she said that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the details got to be on this. Okay, so the fact that there was black sweatpants and glasses, not black sweatpants with white stripes and glasses, is 100% a problem to me. So,
yeah, that's disheartening.
Very much so.
No, I do agree with that because I've seen freaking missing persons things where they go so far as to say,
There's a hole in the back pocket. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
a gray
Yeah,
shirt with a little My Little Pony. You know what I mean?
absolutely. The details are important, guys, especially in the very beginning. Yeah, and he could have been in this area and got spooked by all this law enforcement coming around. Do we ever hear if the dog tracks back? I don't think so, Katie, but we'll look or we'll listen some more. Damn it, this is kind of pissing me off now.
Nikki, how many drones do y'all have up? One at the moment. I've got mine grounded so I can get started over. I'll be back in the air momentarily. 10-4. Central on scene. Put 2 out here with me. Bryce, call me, please. Jimbo, who's at the residence? I just got back here. 10-4, has anybody been there since the initial? There's a whole bunch of people here now. My mom has. 12 to 55. 12 to 55. Yes, sir. Can you help me listen to the radio on the north end until we wrap this up, please? Yes, sir.
I don't understand this. Hold on. Can you have me listen to the radio on the north end until we wrap this up?
I thought he said help.
Maybe. Maybe that does make more sense.
12 to 55. Yes, sir. Can you help me listen to the radio on the north end until we wrap this up, please?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Brandon, you've got
A really good point.
Centerville Mountain Patrol coming up there, and Joe's sending some more cars if we can start from the beginning in the original house and set up a new plan up there. Cars if we can start from the beginning in the original house and set up a new plan.
Original house?
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Cars if we can start from the beginning in the original house and set up a new plan.
Start from the beginning in the original house and start up a new. What? Am I the only one that thinks that's odd?
Maybe if they're talking about like searching, like going to contact people, the original.
The original house from like the beginning of the search. Got you. Okay. Like all the houses they checked. Got you. Got you. That makes sense then. All right. Sorry, I'm getting tired.
Plan up there. 10-4, that's what we're doing now, sir. Thank you. 63 Central Clear, false call. All you as a neighbor advised that he's found the child under his son's car, which is across the street, 2 doors up. So be sure and search under cars and under things.
Wait, what?
Hold on, go back.
What the actual hell?
Neighbor advised that he's found the child under his son's car, which is across the street, 2 doors up.
So I'm assuming he means
This has happened before.
Yeah. Which is weird because when they say, "Do we have any history on this house?"
Well, that just means he hasn't ran away, but he may. Well, I don't know. That's odd because that would indicate that he's not. I've gotten the impression, I think, from what they've said, that he's not really an outdoors type kid. But this would imply that he has gotten outside and sort of played hide and seek.
Well, you got to think too.
A trigger.
You have to think he's also home alone until she gets home from work. So, is he out there trying to like entertain himself?
Or did something okay, but if he's hiding under the car, that tells me with these kids that something either triggered, scared him, and he took off and went and hid under a car.
Or she said he liked to hide out and pop out and try to scare you.
Yeah, he does, but it could be one of those things. But damn, 2 houses down under the car?
I mean,
That's dangerous to begin with. That
I didn't say it was safe. I'm just saying.
he takes SAB night fishing. That's brand new. He's never done this before. First thing we hear on the call, but here we are again.
Well, if he did it, so I'm just playing child advocate. If he did it one day when, like, he was home alone from the school waiting for her to get home, and then they didn't tell her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just told him, go the hell home.
No. Oh no.
I'm telling you, I think I think Sebastian is out there and he's not that far away.
Well, what if he did something
possible.
like this? Go ahead, bud. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, I think it's possible. I mean, we've heard a couple of things just tonight in this little audio in the past 10, 15 minutes that sort of change a few things.
100%. This is great audio, by the way, monsters. Thank you very much for this.
Which Seth did say if he was out there and he wanted to stay hidden from people,
he would.
Absolutely could.
Yeah.
Sure as hell would. And I hate to say it, but what if he did hide under a vehicle and it's dark out? Somebody gets up to leave for work in the morning and something bad happened and somebody panicked and did something with him, thinking they did something wrong. That's horrific to think. I know you guys, but things happen. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're going to go to prison.
Absolutely. It is a horrible accident, but and even if you don't think you're going to, people panic when, oh my God, what did I just do? I can't, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're definitely helping Mind of Monsters.
Well, and I mean, here's another thought, right? What if, a lot of trucks have bed covers now?
Yeah.
What if he climbed into the bed of a truck and somebody left, didn't know he was in there, and he got out and didn't know where he was at?
That's true too.
But then don't you think he'd have wandered up to somebody and said, hey?
I mean, you would think so, right? I think that's a very unlikely scenario, but it's possible.
That's April. Well, see, he liked to hide. They said that, but then again, I was thinking that too, unless he was afraid of something, like what spooked him or triggered him or got him upset to go hide under a car. So,
or if he was maybe doing something as simple as they said he didn't like bugs. If he's playing outside and like a wasper starts flying around him, he could get under there for like protection real quick, right?
Yeah.
Right. Could have fallen into a covered pool because I'm sure that the pools weren't completely opened up yet. Do you guys cover your pools in the wintertime like we do here?
We don't cover ours, but
most people do. Yeah.
Got you. He could have tried to see a cat that went under that car or a dog or something. Yeah, that's a good point, Katie. Huge point, actually. Now that we see those types, that's why it helps to know who this child is. Could have been hiding from the trash guys too, because he doesn't want to be seen.
They were advised that he's found the child under his son's car, which is across the street, 2 doors up.
Okay, so across the street and 2 doors up, for whoever asked that up in chat, I'm sorry. That's where this was. Not far away either.
So be sure and search under cars and under things. Go ahead.
Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue?
Simple.
There's Ken. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct him to the pond.
12. Go ahead. I just talked to the GC of the construction back here. He's going to start getting the word out to all his crews that are out here working. Yeah, well, thank you.
General contractor, for those of you that don't know what the GC is.
He was
Go
gonna
ahead and check all their current.
So
You say something?
that's a problem for me too.
What?
He's gonna get the word out to all of his contractors working.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's another like, to me, that just screams there's another possibility, right? That he could have we know now that he's willing to go underneath a car, and somebody had said that, that if he doesn't like to get dirty, why would he be under a car? Well, there's a little bit of a contradiction with what is assumed about his behavior versus what somebody has noticed about his behavior.
Right.
So he could have gotten into a vehicle at the construction site.
Got you. Yep. Yeah, that's true too. Hmm. Good point. Good point.
Under construction sites that they're working on, and they report back. Temple is associated with 1008 staff report. Supposed to be coming back to 1008 staff report so we can get a game plan and reconvene.
Hey, Target, can you put a drone right over top of this trash can, this dumpster? See if there's anything in it. 12. All the buildings up here are clear.
Temple, come back to 1008.
Did he really just tell somebody to drop a drone over top of that instead of
Hell
like?
yeah, you did, lazy ass cop.
Good God. See, that makes me nervous too. How lazy are these guys? I mean, shit. Anyway.
We're going to play 2-1 groups. Send up.
Temple.
16 Central. In service with East West. 12 Central. 16 will be Control Supervisor. I'll be Team Commander at 1008.
Where's the rest of that audio?
Right.
I'll get it tomorrow.
For real. Like that was good audio. I like that again. And that, honest to God, you guys, we've been talking about this for 6 weeks. Never, ever, ever, ever have I heard anything like that.
Well, there's a lot in that I don't know that we've even heard.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm dropping down, Dago. I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah, I gotta shut down too. I didn't realize we've been going that long, but that was very eye-opening. The hiding under the car thing blows my mind. There's a bunch of things in here that we never knew, you guys. So thank you guys. Cletus, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. And we will get back into some more of this. If you can, Clue, let me know where we can find this. If you figure it out, this audio. I'd love to get a lot of this if I can.
Yeah, I will.
And great job on that video again, by the way. It was very heartwarming. Thank you for doing that.
Of course. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night. Terry, you're absolutely right, because everybody is too worried about what's going on with the parents. This is what we need to be doing right here, is reviewing stuff like this and thinking about things and putting pieces of things together to figure out something that could have happened or that maybe could lead to this child. And that's what we're going to do. If I can get a hold of more of this stuff and listen to it and put pieces of things together, because what did we learn tonight? In a matter of 5 minutes, things that we had no idea about. You know what I mean? That's what we need to be doing, and that's what we're going to be doing. Thank every one of you guys so very much for joining us again tonight. I'm sorry we didn't get, once again, to jump onto the Oklahoma thing. We will be doing that, though. I don't know if I'm going to be in here tomorrow or not. It's Sunday, and it's usually family day, but like I'm really like itching now to listen to more of this audio. So we'll see what happens. Again, Draw, thank you. Wait, please don't think I'm some kind of weirdo for always complimenting you. Like, Joe, you're fine. Ricky, Draw is an amazing lady. She's a very, very welcoming person too. So, Thank you, Draw, once again for joining us tonight. You're always it's wonderful to have you here, and your insight on things is always welcome too. I appreciate it very much. Let me check the chat here again. Welcome, Carolyn. Carolyn, thank you for joining the community. Very much appreciate you. More than you know. Thank you. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Absolutely. Same here, Victoria. Have a great night, Jaw. Get some sleep and hope to see you again soon. This is some crazy backward stuff. Think about how this life began. Oof, Jesus. Okay, Gray. Sure thing. Absolutely, Puff Muffin. Absolutely. I agree. Bonnie, I do agree. It was nice to get some new info that could mean something down the road or mean nothing at all, but still, it still could be helpful. Thank you, Chris. All you guys, thank you very much. Once again, guys, please don't forget to love yourselves, love each other, and don't change a thing about yourselves, because you all are the beautiful people, guys. I may just be back in here tomorrow. If not, at the very least, I will see you guys Monday, early afternoon, and we will jump right back into the zone, doing what we got to do to bring home this amazing young man. Fingers crossed. And damn, it was interesting. Much love to all of you guys. I hope you guys get some sleep tonight. Please have a wonderful night. Good night, and God bless everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.